Hello, and welcome back. How's it going, chat? Loxy, thank you for the sub. First of the day. Woo! Alright. So, I didn't play for very long yesterday because, I was, like, mad at Aachen for stack wiping half of my army. It really pissed me off. So yeah, good job, Aachen. You got me. And we raided Budgetmonk at the end of the stream, and I gotta say, he is kicking ass. From like 1490 to like, what year was he in, I think, yesterday? 1510, 1515, somewhere around there. He's like, he did a, it's not a trick, it's just a game mechanic, but he utilized the Russian cores to give himself free integration on a huge amount of land. And I guess that was his game plan from the start. It's clever. Obviously I'm going to do something different just so we have more to contrast and compare, but it's an impressive amount of clay to conquer in that time frame. Chunky France, they inherited Burgundy. Yeah, we've already had 3 Imperial things fire. Burgundian Inheritance, the Teutonic Order, and the Empire, and the Shadow Kingdom have all triggered. The Emperor lost a ton of Imperial authority when Italy left, so he's only passed 1 reform so far. We're still a prince, we're still allied to the Pope, we're still allied to Sweden. We've got some favors. We did lose 10 trust when we first got the alliance with Sweden, because we bowed out of the Denmark Independence War. But that's almost back up to 50 now. And we actually have decent favors. 39. 27 favors with Papal State. First thing I want to do before I forget is we're going to offer an indulgence to Sweden, because he is able to do it. Every now and then I gotta remember to like actually check this. See if they if there's anyone out there that wants to do it. We've done 3 now. We're at 3 stability because we needed it for our mission. We have no corruption, and we're behind on like tech, I feel. Like we need monarch points still, so I kinda like the idea of staying at 3 stabs so we have the possibility of rigorous researchers, but I am also thinking that after seeing what Budgetmonk has been up to, I need to ramp up my game a bit here, and I think we need to revoke March status on Ragusa, integrate Ragusa, and get access to Northern Africa. Otherwise, like, what are we really doing, you know? Granted, at any moment, the Ottomans might turn their attention to us, which would be potentially not great. Let me catch up on chat. How can we punish Aachen? By getting huge and becoming the #1 ranked great power, probably. It's the easiest way to punish them. Sweden could help take on Bohemia? Perhaps, yeah. Let's actually... I was looking at the situation, right? We have a high income situation, and therefore I wanted to... We're also on Tech 7. Only 2 countries in the world right now are on Tech 7. Us and a subject that we created. So, I do want to build some artillery. And I want to increase the cav ratio in the army, since cav will do more damage for us than infantry at this stage. We have no modifiers to anything, so cav just do a little bit more average damage per manpower. And so we want to maximize damage per manpower. We don't want to be economically efficient, we want to be militarily or like power-based efficient. Plus we have a 5-shock general. Are we gonna go beat up on Stettin? Yeah, so we got a new subject, Wolgast. We are inside the Empire, so it's usually quite favorable to do this type of expansion, because return core is 25% aggressive expansion, which is a big deal if you're in the HRE and you have to manage that. Unfortunately, Stettin is allied to Poland. Poland has 62,000 troops, but he's only on Tech 5. There's a chance that we could maybe fabricate a claim chain over to Brunswick and isolate Stettin. Brunswick only has 9k troops. It's showing that Austria would defend because we don't currently have a CB, but once we get the claim, he won't. So it's just Stettin and Goslar. We were just at war with Goslar, and I was kind of mad at him. He's only on Tech 5. It'd be a whole lot easier to take down these little OPMs if we got a couple artillery. So I think we probably should do that. We've already got a claim on Magdeburg, so it's just 1 claim on Brunswick. So let's start spying over here. We were spying on the Livonians for siege ability potentially, and on Lubeck, because I wanted to get a claim on them, which we'll now do. So we're going to get a claim on Brunswick. So, Back to the topic of should we integrate Ragusa so we can get into Africa. It would cost us stability because revoking March status without diplomatic ideas, just it costs stability for some reason. And we'll still have to wait 10 years before we can integrate them. I did check the Merc situation, and I am disappointed. Unfortunately, the size of our Mercs stacks is not bigger. It's not scaling with our force limit. It must scale to, like, development or province count or who knows what, but they're just 4 stacks. But I do think we hire all 3 of them, and that's fine. We have no professionalism. We're not going to lose any of it. We take land from Novgorod. Novgorod has an alliance with Lithuania. Novgorod's got 23,000 troops. Lithuania's got 48,000 troops. Basically, I want to train all 3 Merc stacks, add 4 artillery, add some more cavalry, and then I want to okay, I can get access through the Ottomans, so I could create a black flag. I could train troops in our subjects' land and train Mercs up here. It's disappointing. I've actually kind of did completely forget that by rivaling the Lithuanian order, I can no longer black flag my army when it's in the capital. And that's really annoying. It's very difficult to get military access out of there. Maybe team up with Muscovy. It's true, we could seek other allies. We have 6 out of 6 relations. One of them is not military access. So we're actually at our relationship limit right now. But if we do plan to integrate Ragusa, then that'll free one up. 3 people would accept being invited to a trade league, it says. Except that would they really? Would they really, or are they already in a trade league? Oh, interesting. Bremen left the trade league with Lübeck. They actually would? Really? Alright. Well, by all means, let's create a trade league. That will cost us a relationship slot, but it also gives us some pretty notable advantages. Is it worth 1 Diplo point to get those advantages? So we get 50% transfer trade power from everyone that's part of the trade league, is one of the primary benefits. We get increased ship trade power modifier, and we also get increased trade steering per member in the trade league. It's like 2.5% increase per member, I think. How did you get 7.5 ducats? 7.5k ducats? I don't know, I guess you're just lucky. Well, let's start with Bremen. I think it's probably worth the trip. Well, I mean, I can always cancel it, so let's just see. Yeah, we get ship trade power plus 20. And anywhere that we share trade power, we get transferred from them 50% of whatever they have. So Bremen is currently making 1.88 gold per month here. So if we start collecting from trade here, we'll get roughly half of whatever he makes, roughly half of whatever all the other people are currently making. But then we lose our transfer bonus in our capital state, capital node. We're going to lose 30% of the trade power modifier here. Let's see if that's actually worth it or not. We're currently making 14 gold a month from trade. Which merchant would we move? Got one in Krakow, who is doing spy network things. We've got one in the Baltic, who is collecting from our capital node. Novgorod is useful. Kiev is less useful. Probably the one from Kiev. I'll shuffle the Krakow guy to here, and the Kiev guy to here. Just because there is it takes time for merchants to move, so moving this one to here and this one to here means that they're both working before the monthly tick, guaranteed. So, alright, let's invite other people if they want to join. Start with Oldenburg. We do want this on collect trade. So again, we were making 14 gold a month in trade. Let's see what the monthly tick does. And because we have a claim on Lübeck, I do still want to get a claim on Denmark so we can go around that way. I need to decide if I'm going to actually do this integration thing. I think I probably should. I need to do something to allow me to expand, and if it has to be Africa, it has to be Africa. So we will revoke this march. It's gonna suck, but whatever. They claim on Gotland. Gotland is not independent. It's owned by Denmark. So we have a truce with Lubeck because of that last war we did to get our prestige up for a agenda, but that's fine. Clergy want us to develop Riga, of course. The nobles want us to take over Mittau, and that gives us a claim on the Coronia area. These guys want us to get trade power in the Neva node. Neva? Neva. Which one's Neva? Neva. I think that they mean the Novgorod node. Yeah. Isn't that annoying how it says the province of the primary province, like where the basically wherever this little box is, it's tied to a province and it's telling us the province instead of the actual name of the node. It's dumb. I don't like it. Ain't never gonna happen. Clearly it will happen. We're gonna do this one. And we'll just send our fleet to the Neva node for now. Of course, that will modify the trade income for a moment, so actually let's do it next month, because I want to see if this is better or worse. Significantly better. Cool. Alright, so we're now making a little bit of cash here. We get 2.02 whole ducats. Wow. And of course, again, our ships now all have... You can't see it in that interface. You have to see it in the trade interface. If you hover over this... No, if you hover over... Where? I know you can find it somewhere. Where is it again? Is it in the... when you go to send the mission? No. It's the same type of thing as when you... Oh, wait. When you do privateering, you can check your trade power. We did it the other day when we were playing another campaign. Why is Novgorod still alive? Very passive Muscovy for some reason. Well, either way, we know that that's the thing that we're getting. We're getting from the Trade League. We're getting Trade League leader scaled by member number plus 20%. We're getting, actually, I think the formula might be 10% base plus 5% per member beyond the first. That's why we have 20. Yeah, that's why. Novgorod allied Lithuania, and Lithuania never went into a union under Poland. So that's why this area is pretty stable. But we're going to shake it all up fairly soon. I can feel it. It's going to happen. I did bump our trade efficiency guy to level 5 before starting the stream, and I hired an inflation reduction advisor to try to get our event. And I switched to the Morale of Armies advisor and bumped him to level 3, so we have another opportunity for the free stab event. Or if we could get the morale event for the campaign, that'd be maybe enough to allow us to win. This ship needs to go over here. Alright, so we're no longer building ships. I canceled the queue so that we can build our mercs. Let's just get all of the mercs hired. And then we're going to spend some time building artillery, and then we'll go from there. Muscovy is instead going to go toward the Great Horde. Great Horde only has 15k troops, and is defending against the Ottomans, who have 83,000. We're playing on very hard. The AI does have... AI Ottomans went quantity, so... It's going to be a lot of freaking men owned by the Ottomans, I can tell you that much. Do not lose professionalism. We currently have 0% professionalism. So, not a concern. Because we can't get unblack flagged, like we can't get this army out of here, I'm not sure if we want our army over there or not, because of the whole military access situation. I need to be certain that I can beat these guys. Sweden doesn't want to join because they are 331 gold in debt. Papal State doesn't want to join because of distant war. How close are we to allies elsewhere? We can ally Novgorod. We have a lot of people, actually, who want to ally us now because we're strong. Unfortunately, we have no relationship slots. We have another person that wants to join the Trade League. Hamburg. Neato. That's a good one, too. Hamburg has 15.7% of the trade power, provincial trade power in the node. Neat. Trade conflict against Denmark. What if we attack Denmark? I think we should pay off Sweden's debt. A strong Sweden is good for us. Second H bonus for us. We can get AE impact since we're inside the HRE. We can get Cav ratio since we have high income. Might be a weird circumstance where it actually makes sense to take that. And then we could run just tons of cav with our manpower pool. I am kind of leaning toward that because of the 5-shock general. Adaptive combat terrain bonus will apply to woods. There's a lot of woods. Most of the land we need to do with the Livonian Order is woods. There's woods near Poland that we would be fighting in. And forts in the woods that we'd have to take. That might actually be more impactful than having higher cav. Plus that means I don't have to make the cav. This is free, this costs money. I think AE is not actually a concern, so let's just take adaptive combat train bonus. Who is Danish rival? Maybe use one of them to war. They are rival to Scotland, Novgorod, and Sweden. I am fabricating to get a claim on Denmark, so we can potentially... the Pope would join a war against my ally? But he won't join a war against Denmark? Okay, I'm a little confused by that. Why is it that he has distant war negative 111 to attack Denmark, but no distant war penalty to attack Sweden, when Sweden's clearly further away? What the hell? Doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's just a UI thing when you go to it. No, he does have distant war on my subject. Pope is stupid. I don't like the Pope, okay? He's a dum-dum. Cycling Rhino, thank you for your 13th month. I almost considered breaking the alliance to him, but I figured that might be one of the reasons why we're not getting murdered by the Ottomans. Bum, bum. Alright, also, because we are actually collecting here, we do want to divert trade from Mr. Wolgast. We actually should be getting 50% of his trade power automatically because we are... Yeah, we're getting 8.8. When you're a plutocracy, you always collect a minimum of 50% trade power, even if you're not diverting it. So, you don't really need to turn on divert trade if you're having issues with, like, their loyalty, because you're still getting half, but we're not having issues, so just turn it on, it's fine. Do a prediction for whether the Ottomans will attack us this session? Sure, yeah. You mean like a channel point bet this thing? I think distant war malice only applies to target province of the CB, and no CB has no target, so no malice. Interesting. That could be, yeah. Namtekor, thank you for your 81st month, dude. Wow. Wow. It's a lot of months. Our PP is barely big enough. That's what she said. We've sold 3 out of 5 indulgences before we can do this, giving us more papal influence and clergy loyalty equilibrium. I don't remember what the rest of these missions do, but it's fine. We'll get there. We can drill in our subjects' land, and I can get black flagged over here, so while we're waiting for the troops to get trained, let's go ahead and just drill here for now. Another option would be to do like condottieri contracts. We still have this modifier heresy until December of 76, so I could click this button right now and get 1,025 ducats. But I want to wait for heresy to drop off to make it even more and bigger. You know? Big click is big. This does also give us 2 generals that are okay, right? 2 shock, 5 fire, 2 siege. The siege pips are useful. After the mercs are done, I want to queue up 4 artillery. What's your current ownership of lands, PUs, and vassals? Playing tall. We have 3 marches down here in the Bosnia area. Herzegovina, Ragusa, and Serbia. And we just created a new vassal here, Wolgast. And I do have a plan to get this land back from Stettin. Unfortunately, the Emperor is really weak, so he's, like, he lost most of his land here, and he didn't get the Burgundian inheritance. But look at this Emperor. Look how tiny he is. That's a weak Austria. He still has this gold mine, but he is weak. Might as well improve relations with our ally. Also, I did say I wanted to pay off his debt, so we're going to start giving him some cash, too. What's Sweden's income like? Sweden only makes 13.5 ducats. And how many troops can he field? Sweden can field up to 31. He currently has not that many. Well, we need to pay off his debt to get him to join wars, and I actually think we're going to give him some of our monthly income. We'll give him like 5 to 10 ducats a month in income so that he bloats his force limit up and trains up some superior quality troops than what we have. I mean, he has 2 techs behind us, but he's got 20% infantry combat ability. Not to mention he's got just, you know, stupendous manpower recovery rate because he's a very hard AI. Well, actually, to be honest, he doesn't recover that much. 340 a month? We get that much, basically. How did you get the Balkans? As Riga, you get a special casus belli when you do one of the missions. I forget which one it is. I think it's Papal Embassy. Yeah. Enables war against the heresy casus belli against all heretic countries. So a heretic is different than a heathen. A heathen is any religious group outside of your religious group. A heretic is every religion inside your religious group that isn't your religion. So if you hover over on the religion tab, hover over this, it will tell you which countries your faith considers to be heretics, and here it'll tell you which countries are heathens. So we have a casus belli against all Hussite, Orthodox, and Coptics on the map, no matter where they are, and we were able to use that to attack Herzegovina. Ragusa tried to piggyback war Herzegovina while we were doing it, so we force vassalized, and that brought Ragusa in as brought us in as the defender against Ragusa, which bypassed the guarantee from the Ottomans. So we then force vassalized him, and then because Serbia is they were Orthodox, we were able to attack them as well. Now, something interesting that Budgetmonk did that is probably worth considering is that I'm fairly certain we don't have to stay Catholic to keep this benefit. We should just still have war against the heresy against all heretics. So if we flip to like Protestant, we should get a war against the heresy CB against all Catholics, for example. It does seem kind of weird to flip to something that's not Catholic when you've got all these missions that are like related to the Pope. But assuming that we can get a CB against all Catholics that's based on battles that has 75% cost modifier for taking land and stuff, it'd be pretty good to have that. That's like having the finisher to religious ideas, you know? Just having Deus Vult, but you don't actually have to border them. Kind of nuts. Anyway, do we keep the CB if we go Orthodox? I think that's what Budgetmonk did. He formed Russia, and I'm pretty sure he flipped to Orthodox. But he did say at the when we raided him yesterday that he was really struggling to get through the conversion from tall Riga to wide Riga, because when you go above 5 provinces in Europe, you lose all of these local province modifiers. Everything that's making us strong right now, you just give it up if you have more than 5 provinces owned by you. So, yeah. Are you stronger than the Livonian Order right now? We are stronger than them by a lot. The problem is that they picked up 2 allies. If it was just Bohemia, I would already be attacking him. But because he picked up Denmark as well, I've got to, like, get a little bit stronger or find an angle to do something. Like pay off Sweden's debt so that Sweden will join the war, so that Sweden will take care of Denmark. That balances it, and then I can again take care of Bohemia. I'm pretty confident we can beat Bohemia. He does have 38,000 troops, but he's 2 techs behind us, and we're going to have artillery, and we have a 5-shock general, and we're just going to have to man up at some point. Can't just keep letting them not, you know, we just need more stuff. Right, another example of making something change. That's why I just paid stability to revoke March status on Ragusa, so that we can integrate him in 10 years. If worse comes to worse and we can't do anything with the Livonian Order, we'll expand into Africa. We'll get some trade companies. I don't know, we'll do something. But we are going to lose the Casus Belli very soon. Right now we have a CB from the mission called Subjugation. Expires June of 76, so we only have 1 year. There's a small chance we could still utilize it. It would be the preferred method to subjugate him, because it doesn't cost Diplo points, and we're doing a diplomatic ID group. But worst case scenario, we can just pay Diplo points and force vassalize him, you know? Okay, any other questions? Lots of questions today. I like questions. Do you like questions? I like questions. Our subject is loyal, so we could also train troops over here. Might as well. Let's queue up some more cavalry. They will take a little while. I think I might actually go to 6 artillery, not 4. So we'll build 2 artillery, and then we'll add cavalry here as well. We did not get the mission, unfortunately. I only have 15% trade power. Did I just, like, not let any time pass? Where's the fleet? The fleet's not actually doing what I said. I wanted it to protect trade here. Please. Thank you. There we go. Alright, back to protecting trade in the capital node. I do dislike mercs tremendously, as I've mentioned before, but they are what they are. We are 17 years ahead of time on tech. We just lost one of our generals. Let's roll 2 generals so we can have somebody drill these artillery up. Who wants to be a general? Who wants to lead? The Bloody Nine, thank you for your 5th month of Twitch Prime. Canon13, thank you for 16th month of Twitch Prime. And thank you, Jeff Bezos, for Twitch Prime. Did you know you can subscribe for free if you have Twitch, if you have a Twitch account and you have Amazon Prime every month, and it doesn't cost you anything? It's just part of having a Twitch, having an Amazon Prime membership? It's crazy. And did you know that you can give it to your favorite streamer? Or to me? Notice I did that? How I assume I'm not your favorite streamer? Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Alright, let's hire one more just for good measure. Bum bum bum. Gibbous! With an underscore at the end. Boom. 4 shock. 2 siege. Man, not bad. You're an excellent backup to Tabes. Dude. Baller. Sorry, Dr. Quacksalver, we're gonna have Gibbous do the drill. Riker, thank you for your sub. 37 months in a row. Woo! We only have 2,000 manpower left. Just for the sake of getting the troops out, we'll add some more cavalry on this side as well. And then as soon as we can, I want to start to pay off Sweden's debt. What's going on over there? Noble Legacy of Riga. Okay. Local trade power for a while. Or let the aristocrats gain influence. This is fine. We'll do this one. Trade power good. I don't want them to be separate. I want them to be together. Alright, so when does heresy expire? December 76. 1 more year. Cool, 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 cool. You never knew that? Gotta get Amazon Prime now? Well, I mean, Amazon Prime does cost like, what, $120 a year or something now? 180? They bumped the price up, I think. But, that being said, like, if you have it, it's basically 0 cost. I'm not saying you should go get Amazon Prime so that you can gift a Twitch sub once a month, but... Actually, yes, I am. You should go do that. Do that immediately. So our trade league is over here. Let's just double check, make sure that no one else wants to join the trade league. Bum, bum, bum. It's annoying. This is one of those ones where you have to have a diplomat free for it to actually put the people that theoretically would want to join or could join at the top. Dumb. Desmond and Tyrconnell are 6 reasons away. Neutral attitude, distance between borders. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. I think we still have decent diplo rep. Yeah, we got the papal legate active. I want to turn on Blessed Ruler, even though it's going to maybe stop us from being able to offer an indulgence. Nope, never mind. We're going to offer it to Florence right now. I'm going to get these done, get the mission tree done. Probably for the war, it would make sense to switch to the aristocrats for morale of armies. +5. I really want to make sure that we beat Bohemia. Bum, 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 bum. I need 30 spy network to get a claim on Brunswick, and then we're going to return some land to our subject. We can ask the burghers for a thing. Sure, do that. Start improving with this new subject as well. Get a half-price morale of army guys, which we already have, actually. And 132 gold to gain 2 professionalism. I actually don't think I want it, because we already have one. Bum, 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 bum. This might be a weird question, but for the past few months, found your returning to streaming streams the most interesting? Really? Interesting. Well, it's not really like returning to streaming, it's more like trying to do my job even though I'm not happy. You may remember a long time ago when I first started doing YouTube, I only had a couple rules for myself for like when I would record videos. It was, I never wanted to record when I was tired, never wanted to record when I wasn't enjoying what I was playing, and I only wanted to play the things that I wanted to play. And lately, the last like 4 years, especially the last 6 months, it's just been really, really, really hard to have those three things be true. I'm tired a lot because don't have a good sleep schedule. I don't sleep well because my brain doesn't let my brain go to sleep at night because it's just stuck thinking about shit all the time. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy. So you can definitely, I think, see the effect in my work quality over the last 4 years. I've gotten far less consistent. I basically stopped doing YouTube because I just did, because I definitely don't enjoy recording by myself anymore. Like, I really switched mostly to Twitch because at least then I feel like there's someone that's like there right now that's talking to me, you know? One of the reasons I like it when you guys talk. Stop lurking. Stop lurking, Jimmy. Get me out of the background tab. Put me in the front tab. Talk to me. Hang out. Ask questions. Engage. You know you wanna. I'm primarily a lurker? Too bad. Too bad. You guys stop it. An offer to trade favors for ducats. They want to spend their favors. You know what? Sure, I was going to give you the money anyway, but... I mean... why not? Hopefully he's paying off his loans with that. Let's see. How many loans do you have now, sir? Got 4 loans. I'm not a great power, so I can't just pay off his debt, but we'll send him cash here. I'll send him 100 gold next month. 1 more month and we'll have our claim on what's-his-face. Unfortunately, we are definitely going to lose this subjugation CB, I think. Come back from Olgast for this. As long as we declare, it won't go away, but... Alright, so Sweden is at negative 50 reasons, mostly because of being in debt. Master of Holland gifted 5 subs. Dude, thank you. Total of 59,000 subs gifted. From you. 59. Sorry, 59,000's a little bit of an exaggeration, but still, it's pretty good. Alright, here, sir. Have, like, 100 gold. I'll give you even more than you asked for, sir. Pay off your debt, please. We also have enough favors that we could just bump trust, but this is a weird circumstance where, like, I could spend favors to gain 5 trust to get rid of those reasons that he doesn't want to join, but if I don't spend my favors, then this will just naturally recover by 1 per year on the January tick. So, like, it's more favors then, right? It recovers toward 50 if it's below 50. Would I rather Paradox came out with EU5 or keep stacking DLC? I think they need to stop making DLC. I hate the DLC model, personally. I like the expansion model. So, like, I liked the way that, like, for example, StarCraft was designed. The game was complete. Super well tested, super balanced, super fun, well received on release. Which is the exact opposite of how Paradox usually does things. They usually release buggy, somewhat hastily put together messes that they fix over time. And I understand that both models have merit, they both make money, so that's just their design philosophy, or the way that they approach designing games. But... and I also understand why that model is, like, more appealing, because because Paradox is a publicly traded company. They went public. I want to say they went public in, like, 2015 or 16, somewhere around there. And that's when they started to do more of this type of stuff. And I get it, you know, when you're a publicly traded company, the shareholders like to see consistent revenue, and they like seeing DLC sales. They like to get, like, you know, my share price. So, I get it. I don't like it. So no, I do not want... I would rather see EU5, but I don't know, I gotta be honest, I don't really think CK3 was that big of an improvement over CK2, so I don't really have a lot of faith that EU5 is gonna be a better game than EU4. Really, like... and I'm free to say that now, because they've already cut ties with me. So there's no repairing that bridge anymore, so I really don't care if they don't like what I say anymore. Will Sweden help? That's what I'm trying to work on. They currently have negative 100 reasons due to being in debt, so I just sent them an extra 100 gold. Hopefully they'll pay off a loan or two. We'll just start sending him our cash until he is willing to do it. And next monthly tick, we will have a claim here, so let's stop drilling. I'm gonna get a claim on Brunswick. Brunswick has a mothballed fort. Unfortunately, I actually don't have any transports up here. That's probably the next thing that we need to do. We aren't building anything here right now, so let's build some transports. It would be nice to get at least like 4 so I can move around the merc stacks. The Pope is the Pope! A new one poped up. That's a Stegoism. This Pope is 53. Okay, we'll click the button. Alright, monthly tick. We're gonna get a claim on Brunswick. Stop spying on him, because it's not really that important to get siege ability on a small war like this. I can't get this army over, and it's very likely we won't get military access, and I can't get it black flagged, so I gotta wait for the transports to pop out. Let's see if Sweden paid off any of that debt. They did. They're now willing to defend. Or, sorry, not to defend, to attack. Nothing I can do to convince the Pope to join, because he's just a derp. But, yeah, if we called in Sweden, the numbers still aren't in our favor, but remember, we have a multiple tech advantage. This guy's on tech 6, Bohemia's on tech 5, Denmark's on tech 6, we're on tech 7. We have a decent amount of cav. Altogether, 36,000 troops is almost enough to offset Bohemia. So the goal would be to stack wipe the 10 stack, and then man up against Bohemia, while Sweden, hopefully, can take care of Denmark. He's got 26 troops right now, and I checked his force limit, he can go to like 30. And Denmark's got about the same. Of course, also got to consider Norway, but Norway's also only on tech 5. So I think Sweden, with their combat ability, can probably take care of Denmark. Problem is, Denmark has 43 freaking ships. So I need to probably also, throughout the course of the war, train as many galleys as I possibly can so we can try to get onto that damn island fort. You know? Anyway, what was I doing? I want to queue up to 4 transports is what I was doing. So in this case, I think we just declare and we hope that this army can get military access. It can keep drilling because it's protected by 3 merc stacks. We're not going to get stack wiped like we did with Aachen. So this will be extra aggressive expansion. The purpose of this war against Brunswick, I know I'm not... I just spent all this time talking about the Livonian Order and trying to get Sweden ready to do it, but this is still too important of an expansion opportunity. It's easy, right? So we gotta, PP small. We gotta make decisions that make it so that we, expand as efficiently as possible. Get our PP size from that. And even though Stettin will be a secondary participant, and we're not using Reconquest, and the whole idea behind using subjects inside the HRE is that you can use Reconquest for 25% aggressive expansion impact. We currently don't really have any AE, so the fact that it's not going to be a Reconquest is sort of irrelevant. I mean, it is if we do more expansion, but I just see an opportunity to return 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces to a subject that's in a node that we're collecting trade in. And if we attack him directly, we have to fight Poland, and that is not something I want to do. So we're going to instead attack Brunswick and separate piece this guy for return core. It will cost diplo points, though. But whatever. It is what it is. Do you concur? Yes, the subjugate CB does expire. In 1 month. We talked about that, though. Like... Subjugation CB. It's... based on sieging the capital province is where you get the ticking war score, and it does make it so that enforced vassalage is part of your available peace options, so you don't pay diplo points to enforce vassalage. But the cost to force vassalize somebody is the same in war score cost as the cost to conquest, unless the war score cost to subjugate is more than 100%, in which case it sets the war score cost to subjugate to 90%. So if this guy were over 100%, we definitely would want to use subjugate. But because he's below 100, it's not really relevant. All it's going to do is cost me diplo points. So I could either force myself into the war right this second, in which case it might work. We might be strong enough. Our army is disjointed. I'm not in position to actually sack Lithuania, or the Livonian Order, and I only have a month to do it. I don't have any transports yet, so I can't bring them over easily. Or I could just wait and do it when I've built more troops, built more galleys, and I'll pay diplo points for the conquest instead. That's my overall logic. Does that make sense? Get access Stettin and Poland. again, if we were to do that war, I would want my whole army in position, especially because there's artillery over here, and I would want to force, I would want to, like, murder this guy as quick as possible so that we don't have to worry about him rebuilding and don't have to worry about him militarizing, because he can field way more than he currently has. Livonian Order has 20 force limit, and an AI on very hard will absolutely, in war, they will always build to their full force limit. Sometimes they'll go over it. So, 20k troops? No. Easily murder 10 stack, and then occupy everything so that he can't build an army? Yes. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait and spend Diplo points, because that's what we have to do. Spending Diplo points, who are you? I know, I remember I used to, like, wait for war exhaustion to tick down over time so I could save admin points on core cost. I'm a little bit less pedantic, or that's not the right word. I'm a little bit less obsessive with monarch point efficiency than I used to be. I remember I used to try to time my arrival dates on my armies so that they wouldn't suffer any attrition and stuff. And it's depending on the circumstance, doing those types of things does make sense. It's just that you don't need to do that to, like, win. So you stop, you know? Yeah, plus, I think way back when, it was much harder. Yeah, like, there was a time where you couldn't get level 5 advisors. It's way easier to stack advisor cost discounts now, because way back when, estates were something you granted to individual provinces. It wasn't this privilege system where you could just say, I want advisors cheaper. You know? So, yeah, the game has changed, and I've changed with it. Oh, I know, I do think you're being funny. Oh, culture shit. Yeah. Well, culture, I still don't like doing culture conversion. But, anyway, we're doing this war. I think we have one more troop feud here. I'm actually going to cancel this one, because I don't want to wait for it. I would like these artillery to be able to go join and help out with the war, but I want to queue up. I think we have 2 transports queued right now. Let's get 2 more. All right, so we're at war with this guy. We have naval superiority. Let's grab our fleet and bring it over here. And we're gonna have this army go over to here. Have the backup general go here. We are quite low on manpower, so it would be nice to be efficient with our troops. Of course, they have a 1-4-3-2, which is kind of scary. But we're ahead of time on tech by 16 years, so this is definitely a circumstance where even though we have a good siege leader, we have artillery, whatever, we definitely barrage here. For just speed. Alright, I need to prevent him from wanting to do this fight. He's got 8k troops. He won't be able to cross the strait once the occupation's complete. He's going to be there in 7 days, and we're not done with the siege for 20. And I just spent the points to barrage, so I think what we do is just threaten to reinforce, and he's actually going to let himself get locked and do that, so we're going to go here and then double back to do the siege. We're going to be there on the 23rd, 24th. He's going to be there on the 23rd. We don't actually want to be there that fast. This army's already locked, but I don't want it to be locked, so we're going to do a little trick. Army's going to be gone. Oh, okay. They're arriving on the 23rd. We're arriving on the 23rd. This is a situation where we could consult the countries list to see which country processes first. But instead of doing that, I'm just going to do the trick. Because tricks. Right? We've used this trick a lot. They should fix this. The attach army trick to reset the movement of a locked army. Sneaky. Sneaky. Ruma doing 1v1s now? It's not... Okay, so I think people are a little confused by the stream title. When I say duel, I'm not playing multiplayer. I'm not playing with budget. We're both playing the same country. And we're seeing just kind of how we each play differently. That makes sense? I do want 2 of the cav to go onto this province, just so that we're spreading out the cav between the 2 provinces, because cav loot faster, and there's about an equal amount of loot in each province. Actually, there's more loot in this province. But now that I noticed that, we should actually send a 3rd cav here. About 3/4 of them to be there. Military access yet? We actually do have military access. We can merge the armies. Let's do that. We'll still build the transports, though. And just so these armies don't march around like idiots and leave the artillery unprotected, we are going to tell them all to attach to the first army. And then to make it easier for me to manage, I'm going to control group this weird stack. And that way I don't have to, like, click 4 times to try to find the right one. You know what I mean? Another idea. Foreign spy detection plus 33, yearly corruption 0.2. Cool, cool. You can cancel the block movement with cogs too. With cogs too. Using that same trick or what? Oh, I know what you mean. Wait, do I? You're talking about transports having troops on them and the troops are locked trying to land on the... get off the boats and you tell the boats to go to another sea tile? Or are you talking about something else? Alright. I'm gonna have this army come over to here. They canceled my military access? They did not. Okay, so we're going to here. A little worried about these guys militarizing a bit. Brunswick did have their fort mothballed, so it would have been nice to get started on that siege earlier. So did Goslar. Zep2! Thank you for your cheer, and also thank you for your gift and 10 subs. 29 total. Thank you so much, man. You're awesome. I think I'm in love. I mean, I can be bought. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I can. You can buy my love. Lose prestige, or lose morale. Either one costs us morale, but we're going to lose less by doing it this way, so we'll do that. There's a zone of control, so we can't get this army over to this side. Want these guys to get over to here. There are troops popping out that I can see, so let's actually unattach these and occupy the other 2 provinces real quick. We don't need the whole navy to be here. It is actually costing me sailors, and some of these ships, a lot of these ships are actually damaged. Let's get them repaired. Let's spy. Am I cheap? I am a cheap date. All it takes is a few brewskis, man. Let's start spying on Bohemia in case we end up going that route and want to do that war. We can take admin tech 3 years early. There's no real reason to do that, so we won't. General Hospital. Manpower and manpower recovery. Yes, I like manpower and manpower recovery. Alright, this army doesn't need to be this big. Let's pull more troops off, just to try to manage our manpower a little bit. Okay, we got the fort in Stettin. And we're gonna murder his navy now. With 6 artillery, honestly, we're rich enough, we probably should just go to 10 artillery. I think so. And we actually have the manpower for it now. So I'm gonna queue them up over here. Well, no, I'll wait. I'll wait until we're not in this war. I don't want artillery to get picked off. Aachen, like, spooked me, man. Alright, we want to return cores to Wolgast. Again, because we didn't use the right CB and he's a secondary participant, it does cost diplo points, and it does cost full aggressive expansion instead of minus 25. But, again, I went through this. We don't currently have AE, so it's not decaying, so it's not really something we're losing, so whatever. So we will do this. Let's come back from Sweden after we murder the Navy. There's a chance we could capture some transports here. We, unfortunately, we will have higher chance to capture enemy ships because of espionage, which is not really something that I like, but, you know, it's fine. Okay, protect trade again in the Baltic. Attach the damaged fleet. We'll do our separate piece for the returned cores. We'll do war ups. We'll do money. Do we want to do anything else? This province does have an estuary, and it is in a trade node where we collect trade. We are a plutocracy, essentially. We're a weird theocracy, plutocracy. Ugh, words. So we could theoretically take extra land and just imagine like you have the ability to make client states already. And we can do something where we can create trade cities. Here, where is it? This is not it. This. So look in there. Allows plutocratic ideas, can place trade posts, can form trade leagues, and create trading cities. The trading cities are weird, and I still don't really like them because, in my experience, they cheat and they expand when they're supposed to never try to expand. The last time I used them, I'm pretty sure, like, I had one in... You can only create one trade city per trade node, but I created, like, a whole bunch of them, and, like, most of them kept expanding, and as soon as they have 2 provinces, they're not allowed to be a trading city anymore, so then they just stop. But in theory, they're not allowed to leave the trade league if they don't want to. Like, if they don't want to be in it. Unlike the people that we currently have in the trade league who have, like, reasons to be in it. As soon as we get to a certain size, they're going to eventually decide that they don't want to be in the trade league anymore. And the problem is that the more people are in the league, the more reasons they have to not want to be in it. Unfortunately, the trading cities count as the number of the ones that are in the league. So, like, you have to, I don't know, like, say at best you could get, like, 10 countries to want to be in it. And then you create a trading city. That's just going to kick out one of the first 10. And then you create another, and it kicks out another one of the first 10. So the only way to get more than 10 is to have, like, a manually created trading city in, like, more than 10 different trade nodes, which just seems like way too much work. I just really don't like them as a mechanic. Yeah, you can only have 1 per trade node. Only 1 trading city per trade node. Multiple countries in a trade node can be part of your trade league, but only 1 of them can be a trading city that you created. So, like, if I wanted to, I could create 1 in this node, but I can't create 2. What do you guys think? Should we even bother considering it? Like, theoretically, I could conquest Stettin and make this province into a trading city. Costs me aggressive expansion, costs me diplo points, and it creates this relationship. It increases the amount of trade power we have, sure, but, like, they don't join wars, they can still be attacked, and they're like a liability. They get their own alliances, and I think this is how it happens. So, they don't declare their own wars, I'm pretty sure, for conquest, but they do get allies, and then those allies build up favors and call them into wars, and then the allies grant them land, and now they have too much land. You gotta, like, manually force them to be locked within only your land and shit. It's super annoying.
It's over 9,000!
You make them in tiny landlocked provinces. Yeah, exactly for that reason, right? I'm pretty sure that if I wanted to create one in this node, I would have to do it in, like, Rugen or something. But then it's like, why do that? The province doesn't have any good modifiers. It's not like it's going to be, I don't know. It just seems like too much work. Plus, we're already paying AE, so I don't think we do it. I just wanted to talk about it for a second. I never like to expand in a way that, like, I'm spending my aggressive expansion or my manpower or my whatever, my monarch points, that doesn't actually benefit me directly. And I feel like you're spending resources to create something that's not actually even owned by you. They're not your subject, you know? Anyway, there we go. We now have plenty more ship locations where we can train troops over here, so that's nice. This is our siege stack. We're going to want to go after... Can I get to Goslar right now? We can if we go around that way. Let's knock out Goslar next. Let this army go over to here. This guy's got 8k, Goslar's got 6k. Just in case then, let's put a few more infantry into that army as it's marching over. And we'll have the Merc stack go over here. Get these guys to attach to the first army again. And these guys can try to get over to somewhere up here. We get black flagged. That is fine. We'll get unblack flagged as soon as we walk into our own land. This army needs to actually double back in that case. Did I just see that the Emperor changed? No. Still Austria. Okay. Okay, well, he's got some Imperial authority again. Is trying to become the Emperor worth it? I mean, it's something we could theoretically do. It is possible, but we're not eligible to be emperor right now because we're a theocracy. Only monarchies can be the emperor. Pissing the burgers off every now and then is not great because they are at 34.5% progress and it does not go down. I really, really like that they changed this. It actually means that the disasters are relevant. I don't remember the last time I've had a disaster fire. And that's not true. Last time I had a disaster fire, I did it on purpose in the Ryukyu campaign. But this has just like not even been a mechanic for so long. So we have to consistently keep the burgers above 60 if we don't want it to ever fire. So this actually becomes a consideration now. So it's interesting, right? I mean, army tradition's great, but we already have really good generals, and I think that I do want to keep the burgers real happy, so that one, actually. One more reason to go espionage. Unfortunately, with espionage, I can't, if you're talking about revoking privileges, theocracies do not have access to the special tier 2 privilege that monarchies do that lets you revoke stuff for free. Oh god, we're a theocracy. I know, right? They suck. Not a fan. Alright, so these guys are all going to go here. We could get to Hoya and Hanover if we ask for access. We are over the relationship limit and we're doing a diplomatic ID group, but just the fact that we can get there, I think, is worth it. I'm actually just going to pull these cav. I want all these armies to not attach anymore. Apparently they aren't. Weird. I'm confused. How are we both in the same province, but we're not fighting? What's with that? Or is it like a... Is he black flagged? Ah, he could be, yeah. We just can't see the flag. Yeah, okay. You're smart, I like you. Gosler is now stack wiped, so we can afford to go down to a very small siege. In this case, I actually will keep the cav here, though, because loot, and we do need money still. We'll go down to bare minimum siege, though. Protect the artillery. And it'll cost me just 1 diplo point, right? Oh, I can probably get through here in a month. 1 diplo point to get over to Hoya and Hanover seems reasonable. We'll wait. I'm not going to spread out, though, because Brunswick does have 9k troops. If I try to take both provinces, he'll probably fight one of my armies, potentially. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Can we get to Gutning? That one I don't think is worth paying Monarch points for. Got a wall breach. We aren't at max prestige, and we are experiencing aggressive expansion now because of the way that we're expanding. So I'm very motivated to get my prestige to 100 for aggressive expansion decay. Not only does it affect aggressive expansion impact when you do the peace deal, but improved relations affects the rate that AE impact, like AE comes back. Yeah, we have 2.6 yearly. That's because aggressive expansion decay is 2 base modified by your improved relations, which is modified by prestige. So instead of 2, we get 2.6, 30% more. Also makes it sort of appealing to consider hiring a improved relations advisor. But not enough that I'm going to actually do it. This is interesting and worth talking about. Tabes only has 1 maneuver. Unfortunately, we're suffering 3% attrition because we got normal winter, and we are only able to reinforce in this location at 20%. So we're guaranteed to lose 10 troops each tick, which means that we aren't at 6,000 artillery on the dot, which means we're only getting a +2 bonus. So if we know we can only get a +2 bonus, it might make sense to pull some of the artillery off, just to conserve a little manpower and to minimize this stuff. Alternatively, this is also reasonable. We can swap in a different general who has more maneuver. Unfortunately, the general only has 2 maneuver, So it's only going to improve the local recovery rate of the army by 10%, which is just enough to offset the attrition, and we've already suffered the attrition. So what we're going to do is shift consolidate, and I'm going to pull the artillery off with the general that has slightly higher reinforcement. And we're going to wait for the monthly tick. Hopefully we get there before monthly tick. We don't. Damn. Dang it. Now these all suffered it too. Alright, we'll pull another one off. This is a lot of silly micro. You really don't need to worry about this shit, but it's interesting. So local reinforcement here is now 70%. We'll get these recovered, and then we'll send them back, and then we'll put the two maneuver general in charge instead. And then these guys will no longer be suffering attrition. Also, winter's not happening as badly anymore, so that's a thing. Also, Gibbous is just like even better. He's got 4 maneuver, and it's crazy how many siege pips we have on these guys, to be honest. I'm gonna do it like that to force the correct general to be there. We do have 2 siege pips from one of the merc stacks there as well. Anyways, now we're back up to +3. The more you know. Wow. And Gosler has fallen. We do want to do battles, because battles give us army tradition and prestige, and I just explained why we want those things, but we're probably going to get prestige cap just from the peace deals. So, let's make sure that this army's not in this location, because we could get black flagged if military access is not guaranteed. We want to get it out of this land, and then we'll do the peace deal. And pull one of the merc stacks off. And I want this army... I want these guys and these guys and these guys to head to, like, up here somewhere. They've canceled my military access, the bastards. Interesting. In that case, I actually want these troops to get black flagged. God. It's just too much, man. Alright, now we'll do the deal. Hopefully we do get black flagged here, so that I can merge up and we'll go fight that army. Right, cool. So, in the interest of getting prestige to max, the order of priority is war reps, followed by trade power, followed by annul rivalries, not alliances, followed by money if you need money. We need prestige more than we need money, so we're going to trade 5 prestige for 30 gold. So, like, if you had a decision where you have high income, high treasury, and you could just spend 30 gold to buy 5 prestige, would you click it? In this circumstance, absolutely. So, that's why we're going to do it. Making the sense in Z? Black flagged? Good. Is that too much explanation for you guys? Or am I giving you good info? I've never heard this song before. Bum, bum. What song is this? This song is a banger. Land of Piety War. Nice. So we ended up getting 20.7 war army tradition for them, and we get 0.8. Wow. 0.8? That's so much. Wow. Alright. We could theoretically take something from this guy. We could, like, try to, like, take land, make him a subject, all that crap, but we already did our aggressive expansion. We got our easy little thing, and I just want to get more prestige, so we're up strength for trade, same thing. This guy's a little bit bigger, so it's 80 money for 5 prestige. We're gonna be at 9. I think I just still do care about the prestige more. Not to mention prestige gives morale of armies, so we like that sort of crap. Let's have this army drill. Grab the mercs to here. Actually, let's just leave them sitting in that province. It's fine. You're giving Arumba levels of information. Historically, that works out well in the long term. True, but I do it all the time, so... I was thinking about this last night. You guys, are you familiar with the term Flanderization? I was thinking, it's possible that I've Flanderized myself over time, and that I am getting more and more and more excessive, and that it's bad. Know what I'm saying? No clue? Flanderization? Flanders from The Simpsons. So Flanders, you know, Heidi Heidi Ho, or whatever he says. He he was just gonna be like a normal character, like any other character in The Simpsons. But over the course of the entire show, he got, this is where the term came from, Flanderization. He got more and more Flanders over time, to the point where he became an exaggerated version of his original character. It's a very common thing in a lot of shows, actually. Like, for example, in the TV show Friends, if you watch the pilot, Joey is not an idiot. He's a model. He's an actor. He does stuff like that. And he's maybe not as smart as the others. He's obviously not like a PhD dinosaur guy or anything, but he's not a complete idiot. But by the end of the show, he's a fucking moron. Because of Flanderization. So in my context then, Flanderization would be like, I started off doing YouTube videos playing CK2. I knew everything I could possibly know about the game before I made my first video, so that like created my identity as a YouTuber or streamer, is that I'm the guy that knows the answers. I'm the guy that has, you know, I know the nitty-gritty details, and I could explain it and whatever. And over the course of my career on YouTube, like, or Twitch, like, it's been my defining characteristic, so I do it, and then I do it more, and I do it more, and it could get exaggerated over time, you know? So I'm just asking, like, legitimately, like, is it too much? I don't know. Like, for example, back when I used to sell insurance, back in the day, I thought that I could use my attention to detail to learn the products I was trying to sell so well that I could explain them so perfectly that there's no way people wouldn't buy from me, because they would just see the logic of how this is the right thing to do. How do you think that worked out? I would memorize everything, and then I would go into excruciating detail about how the policies and products would actually work for them. And I did not sell shit that way, because most people do not care, and they just feel like they want you need to sell them. You sell based on emotion. You need to make them emotionally connected to the product, and you can't do that with logic. So anyway, we should probably go up to like 10 transports, actually. We can request to share maps from people for some reason. But why, though? What maps do you have that I don't? You know about the Horn of Africa? 25 provinces in the Horn of Africa. How do you know about that, Pope? Sneaky guy. Selling is different? True, but think about this. Am I selling right now? I'm not selling you something that costs money. I'm not trying to make you buy a product, but I am selling you on me and why you should stay watching the stream, why you should come back, why you should be a Twitch sub, or why you should support me or care about anything I say. I'm always selling you. So that's, I mean, you know. See what I'm saying? Double check, see if we can do indulgences. Let's see if we can offer knowledge to anybody. We never did start gifting subsidies yet to the Swedes, but we have a little treasury. I do actually want to pay off their entire debt, not just some of it. Anyone want to join the trade league? How long until we can integrate Ragusa? In February of 85. Okay, someone write that down. I subbed because Arumba's my best friend. We're all best friends here, okay? I know best means that you can only have one in theory, but you know what? Let's just all be best friends. We'll just break the rules. It's cool. Our dude is 67, thank God. This guy needs to die. His advisor cost discount's great, but 5 monarch points a month, good lord. Thank God for our +3 Babby coming up. He's already 46 though, darn it. I don't like how I can't tell that my armies are drilling because the mercs are in front of them. It's really annoying, but they are drilling. We got that going for us, which is nice. Someone wants Condottieri, apparently. Does anyone else notice this? This drives me crazy. Again, let me know if I'm Flanderizing here. When you open this, the Condottieri alert goes away. And then when you close it, it pops up again. Why does it do that? None of the other alerts work that way. What the hell, you know? It's not tied to having a diplomat free or anything. It's just the one alert that, like, I don't get it. Annoying. And it doesn't do it right away. It's like on a delay. Brunswick wants Condottieri. The guy that we just murdered wants to hire our troops now. That's funny. He actually has military access to us, probably why. I mean, does he desire the province? Slightly. He might conquest it if we go help him. It'd be a very quick thing, and I could just do the siege to get army tradition. We could. Let's try to rent out Gibbous to him. Why not? I'm back from the Livonian Order. Or Bohemia. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Is it time for the big war? Very, very soon. I want to get all of Sweden's debt paid off, and I would like to start building a few more galleys. Now that we have the coastline of this guy, we're going to start building galleys over here. So we're going to just... It'll take a little while. 447 days is not the fastest, but it's certainly faster than only building in one location. We're going to completely pretend like the naval force limit is not a thing and just build as many as we want. I'm mostly just measuring my economy based on how big the green number is. So if we need to go over the force limit, if we need to go over, you know, hire all the mercs, whatever. I do want more artillery. We only have 6 right now. Let's finish this next transport and then we'll build 4 more artillery over here. And we have 6 cav. We're going to be 1 below the force limit. We'll build 1 more cav. I don't want to have an odd number of cav. That's gross. I also don't like having an odd number of infantry. So I guess we'll build an infantry. Having an odd number is odd. Galleys. I know, right? Well, we're playing on very hard, so like... Frickin' Denmark has 43 ships, and the Livonian Order, who only has 11k troops, has 25 ships. So, like, I actually do need to beat them on the sea. That doesn't mean we're taking naval ideas. Yeah, I'm building galleys and cav. Can you believe it? Stop popping up. Oh, no, I do want you to pop up. Gibbous. Would you like to hire Gibbous? 14 monies is not enough monies, dude. Here, I'll not give you as many of the cav then, so we can drill more of it. 21 monies. They'll give me even more monies for less troops. That makes no sense, but okay. Sure, we'll do it. Off you go. There is a small army that's not capable of doing the siege, trying to besiege it right now. We do want to do the battle for prestige or whatever. Let's get another general doing this drill. Need at least 1 morale recovery tick to be able to beat this guy. It's got 6 troops, just the same as us. I think we probably already have enough morale. 1.34, 4.3 something morale is what he has. What's Oldenburg's morale of armies? Oldenburg has 3.12. So we actually have... Yeah, we're fine. We can go do the fight now. What's our next idea? Our next idea is privateers. But I think you probably mean next idea group. And I do not know. It's harder to choose idea groups, I think, as a theocracy, because you have no real control over your monarch point generation from your ruler. So we're kind of at the whim of what RNGesus gives us. We have a lot of admin points coming up, so I could see going for an administrative group. But also, I don't know, we might need to go for like offensive or something so that we have better siege speed, take advantage of our income and like leverage the economy for that purpose, etc. Etc, etc. We do want to keep spying on Bohemia. Bohemia would ally us. That's interesting. Why do you want to ally me? They flipped a friendly. Okay, well, I was wrong yesterday. Apparently you don't have to have more than 100 opinion to be friendly. Such a random black box mechanic, man. So if we did ally him, we could build favors. We're not a great power, so we can't do break alliance as a great power interaction. What do you think the odds are that I could build up enough favors with Bohemia to ask him through favors to break alliance? I feel like this has never, ever worked for me. Because of some modifier like trust or something. I don't think I can do that to get them to break their alliance with the Livonians. Plus, it's going to put us over the relationship limit further, and we're We're already over by 1, and we're doing a diplomatic ID group, and we are 3 diplo techs behind. So, like, spending diplo points for extra relations seems real bad. And I'm already doing everything I can. We're focused dip, we're running a level 5 advisor. It's just that we generate shit monarch points. So what do you guys think? Is it actually possible to do it that way or not? To assuage the audience, I've informed the moderators that Rome is building cav and galleys. We're working on an intervention plan. You want to ally Bohemia, invite them into a dummy war. Interesting. So you like the idea of allying Bohemia and then like attacking Poland, and then while we're doing that, we do our war? Interesting. That is a solid approach. Probably far more likely to succeed than this whole return break alliance bullshit. I do have a claim on Poland, so we could call him in on a promise of territory right away. And he does desire the clay. And he would probably get murdered. And then Poland doesn't... Well, no, they do want our land, and they've got a coastal province, so they have coring range to us. So... how would we extricate ourselves from the war? Because of the direct physical adjacency between the two countries, I'm almost positive Poland would go after Bohemia first, instead of trying to siege down our capital. Poland would bring in Lithuania, though. And Lithuania might go for us first. God, these are some big armies. 100,000 troops. Where are Bohemia's forts? Okay, so it's important to consider the way that the AI thinks. They don't think, per se, but when the AI is trying to decide where should this army go, let's just look at it from Poland's perspective. Their goal is to get to 100% war score with the war leader. Their first goal, though, is to knock out secondary participants. So they're going to try to knock out Bohemia just based on that Bohemia is a secondary participant. And then when they're looking on, like, where should their army siege, they're going to look at Bohemia's zone of control and say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces have no zone of control, and they will occupy those very quickly, because they know that when they occupy it, it won't get returned by the zone of control return thing. So if he wants even one province over here, which he does, there's a good chance we could just surrender Bohemian land. And then just hope that Poland sieges down some of Bohemia faster than Lithuania can take our capital. It would potentially cost us all of our prosperity, but that's a very small amount, part of our actual income right now. We're only getting 4.33 gold from production. Some of our trade income is coming from that production. The goods produced from the 25%, but if we lost 25% goods produced, it's not a big deal. We're also not going to be doing development in the province, so I don't care about the dev cost discount anymore. Yeah, I quite like this, but let's wait till we get our army back from Oldenburg, or Brunswick. And just in case, we'll start spying on Poland, I guess. Got Denmark, Livonian Order. Hopefully he stays friendly, and this doesn't stop being a valid option. How big is Mecklenburg? You mean Mecklenburg? This guy? What, you want to attack him? He's allied to Brandenburg-Verden. How are we doing on AE? I've been trying to avoid doing too much AE because if we force subjugate 100-ish war score worth of land, it will be a fairly noticeable amount of aggressive expansion. So, probably best to not go completely nuts. Stettin is here. Neat. Look at me. I'm such a nice guy. We attacked Brunswick, murdered all of their soldiers, sacked their capital, and then immediately we turned around to help them. True mercenaries. Brandenburg could be a potential fake war for Bohemia. Bohemia has no interest in Brandenburg's land. They only desire this, and they only desire Hungary, and I cannot declare a war on Hungary because... Not true. I can declare a war on Hungary because I've got reconquest from Serbia. Interesting. Hungary would bring in Venice, Brandenburg, Bavaria. Total number is like 140,000 troops versus Poland, which is actually less. surprisingly. Although these numbers are their standing army at peace. They will bloat. I like Poland better, because Poland has easier access to the northern side of Bohemia, where the zone of control isn't active. Plus, so they're going to definitely take... Sorry, I'm clicking too many buttons. They're definitely going to siege these 5 provinces early. They're also going to siege this and this, because they want that fort. So that'll be like the first fort that they go for, most likely. And because Poland wants exactly those 4, I think it'll be really easy for us to do the surrender. So if we attack here... Are we going to run into an issue where I can't call Sweden in to a war with the Livonians because I'm already at war with Poland? Because I do need, like, Sweden to run interference for me.
It's over 9,000!
I'm thinking that we would get the would be called into multiple wars minus 1,000 penalty. So then I guess the question is, can we beat the Livonian Order in Denmark on our own? I'm still concerned about that navy, but our navy is... It's growing. I mean... Denmark's certainly not going to be able to do anything to us quickly. So I think we would be able to knock out the Livonians quickly enough to do it. I need to be fast, because I do not want Lithuania to actually come up here and, like, threaten our actual territory. I just want to declare the war and then surrender. I want to surrender to Poland, giving away Bohemian clay. And actually, oh, this is hilarious. Actually, if we give away land from our subject, sorry, from our ally to the war leader directly, then the country that lost the clay will get revanchism. And we do too. The same percentage that they get, we get, because we lost the war. So we would actually get revanchism, which gives local tax income, which would multiply against our provincial modifier. Right before we do our click. This click is now at 1,163 ducats. This is pretty hilarious. We have Sweden prep. If it's gonna do the would be called into multiple wars penalty, it's gonna be too much no matter what we do. Prep for war is only plus 20 reasons. And I can't declare the war with calling Sweden in first, because obviously Bohemia would defend. Attitude towards enemies, -18. So because he's friendly, he's got -18 with us, right? But it's still not enough. Stinks. Here's an option. I could, knowing that he has so many ships, let's assume that we don't have naval superiority. What if, doesn't he have like a province modifier or a mission or something that gives him ridiculous bonuses in this one sea tile? I feel like, is it this? Yeah, naval combat, local bonus off owned coast. But he only has it at level 1. So he doesn't have any combat bonuses, okay. I wonder if we could just, like, position a small army up here and a small army over, like, half the army on both sides and just take down Kolding and Lund. And not worry about trying to have to get to his capital and just do enough to knock him out that way. Might be enough. I don't have the transports yet, though. Okay, please full annex him so I can get my troops back immediately. That would be preferred. You do kind of want the land, so could you please take it? Could be 100%? Yeah. Go ahead. Full annexation. Wait, no, yeah, okay. No, I should get the troops back because he is at peace. I don't know, he might not cancel the contract. We'll see. I don't have access anymore, dang it. Please cancel it. I need my artillery, dude. Being a jerk face. Yes, they can't, but there's a new mechanic, so you can't do this anymore. You lose the alliance, you can't get called into the war, but the alliance breaks nonetheless. What am I... Where was the first part? Alright, hold on. He won't lose the alliance with Bohemia. Bohemia can't get involved in the other war. Correct. Yeah, so if we ally Bohemia and we call him into a war, he won't be able to defend the Livonian Order because you can't be at war with someone that your allies in a war with. But because of that, he doesn't actually, Livonian Order won't send a call to arms to Bohemia. So it's the refusal to join that breaks the alliance. He's not refusing, he just physically can't do it. So the alliance stays intact, which is why we would need to finish the war with the Livonian Order as fast as possible, because if let's say that I declare on Poland, calling in Bohemia, then I declare on Livonian Order, then I surrender Bohemian land. The alliance is still intact, and the Livonian Order can still send out a call to arms. But hopefully, it's possible that Poland would just murder his entire army. Maybe that'd be fine. Yes, true, but you will lose the alliance with Bohemia? Wait, you're saying they've changed something, and if I declare war on the Livonian Order, it will break my alliance to Bohemia? That is new, then. I really need to read those damn patch notes, don't I? When can we cut these contracts back? In April of next year. Please cancel the contract. Can't drill with it right now, because it's not in my land. It's worth paying a diplo point to get our army home when we're behind on tech. I don't know. Just so that we can drill it a little bit. Only a couple. At most, like 2 diplo points, probably. 1 diplo point. 1 diplo point. Fine. We'll pay a diplo point. Hate paying diplo points. Or my diplo points. Want them. Bum 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 bum. Knowledge sharing to Novgorod is over. Take that in January. We have 4 more artillery over here. We have a spare general. No. We have 5 transports, so we have enough to move the mercs over now. Grab the merc stacks over to here. Get them ferried over first. Excuse me? Uh-oh. Okay, well, things just got shaken up a bit. Poland, I'm assuming, is going to call Lithuania in, right? He's not planning on beating this all himself. He's on Tech 6 to Bohemia. Okay. Okay, well, there's a good shot that Poland will still do what I said, right? War leader, secondary participant. So they want to get war score with secondary participant to knock him out. So the first thing they should do is probably go over here. We also might see a small army march up this way, but I think worst case scenario, even if Poland does siege some of the Livonian Order, they don't have naval superiority because Denmark's in the war. So I can always just like siege down Ocel and force vassalize whatever Poland doesn't have sieged, you know? I think that we, I could just declare right this second to guarantee that we don't lose this, because if Livonian Order ceases to exist, we can never finish that mission. But we're not in position right now, and I don't really want to do it. Denmark has 11 reasons to defend, Bohemia's got 12. Yeah, I think we just ferry these armies over. One at a time. Although I could probably just get black flagged. That would be a lot faster for the larger stack. Bow, bow. It's gonna take me at least, I guess Brunswick's not gonna cancel the contract, so we gotta wait a fair bit here. No reason to spy in Poland anymore. Alright, we're gonna get black flagged in Stettin with the majority of the army. Have another one of these armies use the boats. Bum, 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 bum. There's the broken contract, great. Bum, bum, bum. Rent to Denmark, then go sit on his capital. think we rivaled Denmark, didn't we? No, we did not. We rivaled Styria. Let's check. Denmark would pay us. Livonian Order won't because we rivaled them. Bohemia would defend. I mean, I could collect like 200 gold here, but interesting. I see what you're proposing. So this is a potentially risky play, but it is possible that we could bypass the naval superiority of Denmark by renting out, like, okay, whatever Denmark has, 30,000 troops. The most troops we can rent out is 22. So best I could do is 22,000 troops. Rent them to Denmark, march it into Sjælland, declare war on the Livonian Order. Denmark gets the defensive call. Our army's not black flagged, and it's already in position in Sjælland. Siege down Sjælland, and separate peace Denmark. If we were poorer, I would definitely be more interested in that play, but because we have really good income, I don't really value the money aspect of it. So it'd be more about the tactical, like is it wise? And the problem with that play is that it would require a large amount of my forces. Like, how many troops do we have altogether? Like 36 plus 6, 42,000 troops. Like half my army. And there's no guarantee that that's actually enough. Because he's got 30. Like, he could march a 30 stack. What if we get routed with his 30,000 versus our 20,000? And then, because of the strait crossings, I have nowhere to retreat to, and now we get sack wiped. Like, there's a significant risk there. Plus, the war just started. He could easily be training more than 30. Like, how many troops does Denmark can they field? Denmark's got a force limit of 30, so he's basically at his force limit, but he probably overbuilt his force limit. Music is a bit loud. We bumped the volume of the music 3 or 4 days ago, and we've been experimenting with it. Do you think it's too loud in general, or just this one song? Because there are some songs that, unfortunately, Paradox did not normalize well, and they're just louder than others. Trying to get it to the right volume. But yeah, you're not crazy. It definitely is louder than normal. So force this army to march up to here. Auto transport over this. Okay, so Poland does have 40,000 troops up here out of his 67. Did he call Lithuania in? He did not. Well, as soon as Bohemia mobilizes and gets over here, he'll probably double back. I'm guessing he's going for the war goal. Conquest of Goldingen. Yeah, so that's the motivation to go for that province right now. But when it comes to like trying to siege out the actual Livonian Order forts, I don't think he'll go nuts. Give some money to the Pope is fine. We do have enough papal influence to offer another indulgence if anyone wants it. Bohemia doesn't want it because why? Because they already have stab. Interesting. 15 reasons just from opinion. Huh. Diplo rep gives 4 reasons. 2 reasons per Diplo rep. Well, I do think that I'm gonna slow down getting this mission done. We're only 1 indulgence away from having this, but I really value this morale of armies plus 10. We're gonna turn that on now. Okay, we got a 17 stack of Bohemians in Krakow. That is roughly half his army. The other half is either chilling adjacent or heading toward Poznan, would be my guess. And notice how the Polish army is now backing off. They took the war goal because there's no zone of control to protect it. But now they want to focus on secondary participants to knock them out. So, rebels support efficiency. I think we're just waiting until the Bohemians don't want to defend. Because now I don't have to worry about that whole Swedish not wanting to come into the war thing. We'll just call Sweden in and have them help out against Denmark. Do I have a claim? I need at least 1 claim. I should get more claims too. If I have enough spy network to do it. Or I could keep the spy network for siege ability. Let's see. We have currently 1 province owned by on our own. I do want to have this one, so I have room for 3 more provinces. We can have up to 5 without losing our modifier. Do we want to take any of this land ourselves? For any reason? We can potentially have a level 3 center trade soon, so it sort of incentivizes having them in this state for the dev discounts. Coastal is better for us than inland, simply because we get more naval force limit. However, we're going to get tons of naval force limit when we go into Africa. I don't think we really care too much about the whole only having coastal provinces thing. I could just take these 3 myself, if they're not taken by Poland, and then, I wouldn't be surprised if Lithuania attacks the Livonian Order them as well. Oh no, they don't desire the land, okay. Alright, I'm gonna catch up on chat. Bum 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 bum. Are there like compressor and limiters as audio plugins in OBS? Yeah, there are, but I can't do it with it wouldn't work on like just the music. It would work on all system audio because I can't isolate the soundtrack. Like EU4 doesn't have multiple sound layers. It just has game audio, you know. But I guess I don't know. It might work, but it's not really my job. It'd be way easier to just. I mean, you can batch convert files. You could batch convert the .ogg files that are the music. Just run them through it and just run them through a normalizer. Paradox just didn't do it. Or did it poorly. That's why some are a little bit louder than others. Yeah, so for right now, it would be Ragusa plus Riga plus this plus this plus this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have to pay Diplo points, but I'm paying Diplo points anyway. I'm gonna take a claim on this and this and this as well if I can. I need 40. I don't have 40. Saves us a few Diplo points. Alright, well, we're just waiting for Poland to do a thing over here. We know Denmark will... I'm intending for Denmark to defend, so I actually do want to rent an army out to Denmark. And rent out 22. So we'll rent out this 22 stack with you to Denmark. And the advantage to that is it gives us some vision in the war. Now we know where the Bohemians are. Denmark's got an army down there. They're no longer threatening Krakow. Where's the rest of the Bohemian army? 17. Where is it? He can't have gotten through the zone of control here. There's a 10 stack up there. Okay. 10 and 17, 27. Yeah, that's his whole army. Okay. Well, Poland should apply some pressure soon, I think. Get this 3 stack unblack flagged. For now, we can just keep drilling the regulars. I'm gonna keep this black flag because I don't want to actually fight Poland. Side with the burghers? The burghers? The burghers. Side with the clergy. Side with the burghers. Nope. I think it matters. I guess in general, I should favor the clergy because we want to revoke a state of statutory rights in like 84. And the burghers aren't really that important right this moment. Make sure we're spying on Denmark. We are. Make sure we're getting at spy network construction speed. Ooh, we also have access to inland routes. So we could theoretically go up to 12 artillery. Don't have the force limit for it though. Get army in place then. What, you still want to do this put the army over there thing? I don't know if I like the idea of doing that, man. That sounds risky. Although it would make the war go a lot faster if we didn't have to deal with the naval superiority. Sweden will definitely take care of this fort for us. Then we take care of this fort, and then we've got guaranteed ability to cross. So I don't have to worry about the navy. For some reason my navy's not merging. It's annoying. Get the whole fleet together. So I can appraise our strength. We have 11 galleys, 29 lights. Sweden's navy's gonna help. Yeah, they have 32 ships. Maybe we would just end up having naval superiority because of that. It's true. Alright, we'll give it a shot. We're gonna send this stack over. We need to make sure that we're not pathing through our own subject at all, so we don't get unblack flagged. And it's usually a good idea to make sure you don't pass through any, like, straits, because random navies passing by can theoretically block the movement. So yeah, we're going to march over here and we'll go to Shelland. This 20 stack should be sufficient. Another thing that we could consider is, had I not rented out the entire Condottieri stack to Denmark, we could rent out like a 1 stack to Bohemia in order to occupy Goldingen. Unoccupy Goldingen and a cell. And then we could declare. And our first round of galleys are done over here. Possible keep 1 infantry in Finn. In Finn. Finn? We can't split the stack while it is Condottieri. And you can only have 1 Condottieri contract to a specific country. So I couldn't, like, create multiple Condottieri things unless I was willing to let Bohemia also be part of it. For some reason Bohemia is hiding. It's got 28,000 troops up here. Denmark's got 13,000 troops. Looks like they're very afraid. $19,000 stack from Poland is up here. We are over the naval force limit now, but it's very irrelevant. Let's get these guys to join next month. I'd like to see some more movement from Poland toward Bohemia. Kind of surprised that he's not actually trying to siege stuff. Ducal Prussia is going after it. Austria's just declared reconquest on Styria. Styria has friends. Styria has some friends, but the Emperor is the Emperor. 52,000 troops again. So yeah, this is concerning, like... 27? Maybe we'd be safe now. We could, Sweden has this all marked as vital interest, so... Most likely, I would not be taking land. I don't think we take land. I mean, technically, we could take Shelland if we wanted to have this province. And there's some argument for having, instead of taking land out of the 5 provinces we're allowed to have, instead of having them in one state for like local dev efficiency, we could spread them out over multiple trade nodes to take advantage of the click we can do. I don't know if that's really worth considering though. It is, yeah, it's a pretty nice province. It's got farmlands, it's got double modifiers, it's got a monument. That's another thing to consider. We could choose to only like try to conquest provinces that have monuments. So like, even after we finish integrating Ragusa, we might not keep that province personally forever. We just want to use it to extend coring range. And then once we have something in Africa, we could feed it to one of our vassals or something. Monument. How much time and effort do we want to put into this thought? Like, we have super high income, so monuments actually are quite appealing. If you could only have 5 monuments in Europe, which 5 monuments would they be? And why? Burger loyalty, goods produced. Ah!
Text-to-speech silliness. LWLLLWWW.
I need some water. Need to change my underwear. No, I don't. Alhambra? Which one's that? This one? People rep, income from vassals. Yeah, that's a really good one. The mountain, though. Paris has double. England usually has double as well, because they usually move Stonehenge. Not that that's very important. Paris has double. Also, Byzantium has double. An advisor costs 1, like Athens could be great. Athens or Florence both do that, I think, yeah. This one's really good. Advisor costs and prestige decay and splendor. It's not coastal though, but it's okay. Beggars can't be choosers, right? What about Neva? This one does like local province institution spread. Could be theoretically useful. Let me get some water. I'll be right back, 1 sec. All right, I want to think out loud for a sec, which is totally different than what I normally do, right? I normally don't ever think out loud. Varkathrin, thank you for your gifted sub again. 1337. You got me. It was unexpected. All right, let me think out loud. So, the purpose of this run is fun, but also it's to win, quote unquote, against Budgetmonk. Still not exactly certain what the win condition is. We never really agreed on anything, or like even talked about it. But Jason75, 71, thank you for 53 months of tier 2. We have tier 2. That's awesome. Appreciate me. I appreciate you. So right now I feel like I need to really step up my game, right? Like he's doing this whole Russia thing, like he's gonna have a shit ton of development and whatever. But I don't want to do the exact same thing, like just blob and ignore the modifier. So I want to play 5 province Riga. 5 provinces in Europe Riga. So how do we need to expand to make that work? We obviously have to keep our capital province because that's where the modifier for Riga is. And then I can have 5 provinces total in all of Europe. We can have as many provinces as we want in any other continent. So Africa's is available. Asia's fine. They could be full states, or they could be trade companies, whatever the hell we want. We could have, we could go like influence ideas and try to have massive, massive vassals that we somehow manage to keep loyal. We could go colonial and have colonial nations, And a plutocracy definitely benefits from colonial nation type crap and trade companies. So I just need to plan here, because clearly Budgetmonk had a plan right from the start with this whole Russia flip to core thing, and I didn't think that far ahead. Because we are about to take admin tech. Let's do it now, which means that we can get our second idea group. Can't go diplomatic, because I always play with a restriction that says that you can't have 2 idea groups in the same category. We have to go admin ideas or military ideas. Our heir is really good at generating admin points, equally good at generating mil as our current situation. Right now, our admin generation's pretty crap, but we're only running a level 1 advisor there. He's full price. We do have plenty of income, so we could bump him to level 2 or 3 if we really wanted to. In fact, I probably should run him at level 3. Let's just do that now. So right now we generate 7 and 12, 7 and 10. We could change our focus in 96, which is not anytime soon, so at the moment we favor doing a military idea group, but in the future I think we definitely favor doing an admin. So what if we went expansion first? Expansion gives merchants. It doesn't give the colonial range that exploration does, but we would benefit from the merchant since we're a trade republic. We would have another diplomat. We would have 2 colonists. And we're already planning to integrate Ragusa, so we would have a theoretical path to get coring range down into Africa, which gets us into South America. It also doesn't give explorers. True, but we can't colonize right now because we don't have the colonial range. So we don't really need to explore or bust the fog. We could just wait for the other Catholic countries in our tech group. It's actually not based on Catholic, it's based on tech group. So Portugal obviously already has full exploration. They have been exploring, and 50 years after they explore, we get those maps. We could also just trade for the maps. We could just ask people, Or steal the maps with espionage, because we have espionage. We just steal from Portugal. We don't need explorers. So I know everyone likes going plutocratic ideas when they have the ability to take it, and a lot of people seem to think it's a good idea group. I personally have the opinion that it's no better or worse than aristocratic. There's nothing exciting about it. I would pretty much never take it over offensive. So I mean, I always go innovative, right? So it would be kind of interesting to go something different. I don't like the idea of infrastructure, especially with only 5 provinces. What's the expansion policy with espionage? Cost to fabricate claims minus 25. Monthly autonomy 0.05. Minimum autonomy in territories would be great when we're moving into Africa. Global trade power is great when you're plutocracy. Not gonna lie, just going expansion seems like a pretty great option if we want to. We also have really high income, so we could just run the colonists to try to randomly generate dev in our 5 provinces. They're not going to succeed very often, but it's fine, right? Plus, by not going for a military idea group, we would have excess monarch points to generate generals and professionalism, or to do barrages, which, because even though we're like strong, we're playing on very hard, which means every AI is going to have massive armies, right? Like Ottomans have 112,000 troops. So even though we have a huge ass army for our size, 40,000 troops, we still need to be fast. We need to siege things down quickly, get the war goals, take decisive battles, and then be out. So that definitely incentivizes barrages. So yeah, I don't think we want to go for a military idea group, because I just want to make sure we're ahead of time on tech and that we have the ability to spend points on those things. So I think I've sold myself. Why don't we just go expansion? The only reason I would consider having a colonist do dev is because we only have 5 provinces. Okay, do you remember my arguments for why I didn't want to go innovative yesterday? Basically, the monarch point efficiency that innovative provides, we won't be able to benefit from because we don't have enough land to do the development clicks on. Even with 5 provinces, we're going to run out of provinces to develop, and then what the hell is the point of having all these monarch points, you know? So like we're not going to just keep deving the capital, right? So anyway, yeah, I think we go expansion. It'd be great if we could generate more than 7 points a month, but all right, where are we at? What was I doing? I forgot. So Denmark's got 11 galleys, 22 transports here. It is nice to see that 22, about half of his navy, is just transports. And he's led by a girl. What a loser. 13-year-old girl, Dorothea Monk. Wait, what? Regency for Christian, age 13. Okay, so Christian's 13. She's not 13. Got it. Yeah, that makes more sense. Dorothea. Stupid woman. I would go for mill, offensive or quantity, but it's better now. Expansion would be better useful at level 10. Perhaps. Let me think for a sec. I mean, I can integrate Ragusa when? Speaking of which, we probably should scootage Ragusa so that I can do it right away. 85. 6 years we can integrate. That'll get us colonial range down to here. Hopefully Tunis is an ally to the Ottomans. They are. Shit. Well, we'll just have to beat the Ottomans. Easy. Or we'll do a piggyback war on the Mamluks or something and try to cut through through Suez. I don't know. We'll do it. We'll figure it out, man. It's fine. The extra diplomat's useful. I agree that the colonists right now are not particularly useful. But look, we get innovativeness. So that's neat. And there's trade power crap in it, and that's useful too. Although it is just more money. There is a surprisingly large argument for quantity if you're going to go expansion because of global settler increase plus 10. And exploration gives movement speed, land leader maneuver. I hate quantity personally, but it's... Oh, for a second I thought that said regiment cost 33. That would have been nuts. Yeah, it's just weak. Weak group. Good old espionage offensive is always worth considering. Bum 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 bum. We went mercenary ideas with our Korea campaign, and I liked it, but also there's just a lot about mercs that I still don't like, and notice how our merc stacks were really tiny still, right? Although, would this thing that gives you the ability to hire mercs from anywhere actually allow us to have access to, like, all these potential things? Or no? Because, I don't know. Could be nice. We put your navy on his transports, then declare? Yeah, our navy would probably beat theirs. They have a 0201. Rather than putting... Okay, so if you have to choose between putting your navy on their large navy or their small navy, way better to put it on the small navy, pick these off before they can merge with the primary navy, then go fight the primary navy. So if we were going to try to snipe some ships, we would go for these 9. But I'm not declaring until Bohemia is not willing to defend. That's what we're waiting on right now. We're waiting for Poland to decide to come occupy and besiege Prague or whatever, and then we'll do it. There's really no reason to do anything yet. Espionage number 6. Privateer efficiency plus 33, chance to capture enemy ships plus 25. Also, we just picked up trade efficiency plus 10. Not sure what the hell Bohemia's doing over here. I'm worried he's gonna, like, march through my army and make me suffer attrition. Be annoying. I only have 7,000 manpower. Stop. Go away. Get out of here. What are you doing here? Why? Why? 38? I'm gonna go to Lund. Get away from me. Get away from me. Don't follow me. Go away. Stop it. What are you guys doing going up there? They're trying to go around to get over here. Wow. Interesting. Poland is being very indecisive. All right. Do we want to talk about ideas more, or should we just commit to it? I actually could definitely see offensive being really useful to us. And we are very far ahead of time in tech, and we already have artillery, so we don't have to worry. We could probably go a full military idea group before missing out on innovativeness, because we're so far ahead. The argument that's being compelling to me is the potential that, first off, let's check and see. Has someone already taken offensive? Someone took it in 61, so no innovativeness from offensive ideas. The argument that's convincing me, or making me hesitate here, is that it is true that expansion as the third group would be more practical. But 14 innovativeness... 14 innovativeness... we're gonna go expansion. I want to do something different. We're gonna do this one. Click. We have a colonist. Wow. We have to choose our native policy. Wow. Native uprising chance minus 100. Native uprising chance minus 50 with native assimilation plus 50 or global settlers plus 20. Bum, ba, bum. So because we have really generous income, it favors running more colonies than your colonist count, which means global settler increase is more important. I almost always just go for this one, but especially if you're going to colonize in Africa where there's high native counts, which makes it annoying. Yeah, I think we just do this one. It's just too good. Not having to deal with rebels is really good. Expansion's so meh? You're so meh. What are you talking about? Expansion's the bomb. 26 reasons for Bohemia to defend. Scotland just pieced out with somebody. Ducal Prussia is the only one applying pressure to Bohemia for some reason. Bohemia's almost over here. He's got, the Polish are going after the Livonian Order's army, and a 13 sack of Bohemians is en route. Norway's just chilling. I lost sight of... That's not the entire Bohemian army. Where's the rest? Denmark 15 and 13. That's his whole army. Ah, there it is. 15k Bohemians are coming back to unsiege this. Gotcha. Annoyingly, Poland is going after the capital fort. We just need to make sure that we get at least one province so that we can create the subject. Bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum bum. Bum bum. Considering that I know the positioning of the Bohemian army, and that we have a 2 tech advantage over Bohemia, that 37,000 does not look very scary. I wonder if we should just do the war right now with both defending. We knock out Denmark quickly with that army in position. Then we call Sweden in, so we knock out Denmark quickly, and then Sweden will help take care of Bohemia. Well, if we were to do that, it would be kind of nice to bring our army, the rented out army, back over here and unsiege some of these provinces. Just so that I can get more war score with the Livonian Order. He's currently sieging both of the only forts, so it'll be difficult to get actual war score with the Livonian Order. I could just siege down, like, Mittau and get ticking war score if I make that the war goal. Don't forget Norway. Norway's irrelevant, he's only got 13k troops. Look at that silly 104 general. Yeah, I'm leaning toward just doing the war here. Let's get our navy in position, try to pick off the Danish 9 ships that are over here. Port maintenance plus 10 is fine. We are losing some income compared to before. 0.6 for being over the naval force limit. What are we spending so much money on? Oh, I upgraded the advisor to level 3 as part of it. Gotcha. Okay, so we have our fleet here. We want to try to pick off as many of these Danish navies as possible. There's 5 lights here right now and 4 lights that are docked. I don't see any Norway fleet. I guess picking off 5 is fine. Wait for the Norway army to pass. Yeah, we can sack wipe it actually. They don't want to cross. Let's go here so that they don't... they might be concerned about naval... about force limit here. There's a Bohemian army. Whichever army we can trap here is fine. Yeah, stack wiping a 14 stack of Bohemians right at the start is fantastic. Okay, let's wait till they're in position. Gain stability. Lose prestige. Okay. Let's make the war goal Mittau. Last chance. I think we go. Calling Sweden in. Apparently, I actually can call the Pope in, even though he wasn't willing to do it on the previous thing. Now it's just Distant War -9. That is really annoying, actually. Why? Why? Why doesn't it say that they would join on the actual screen? I don't like that at all. The game should be accurate, you know? Any reason to not call the Pope in? Probably not. I think we do just call him in. I mean, we got favors. Might as well use them, right? Okay, nice stack wipe. We're ahead of time on tech because we went for an admin group. We're fine to do barrages. So we're going to immediately barrage, just keep the navy here. Gotta get the occupation of the war goal quickly. And then we need to get done, you know? Big conflict against Sweden went away. One other argument for taking Mittau, if we're going to take a second province from this guy, is that it's not part of our capital state, so that we don't lose prosperity when we conquer it. Something worth considering. We can become the defender of the faith. Wow. Morale of armies plus 5. I mean, papal influence is good. Yearly prestige is good. Monthly war exhaustion is good. Morale of armies and morale of navies is good. Manpower in our only province is good. Especially because the manpower modifier from the local province thing is actually local, not just a global increase. So, shit, why not? We're a one province minor defender of the Catholic faith. Let's do it. We're the best. We're gonna protect against the Ottomans. You'll see. Be suicide. But we could always just not defend. Alright, let's go try to protect this. We don't need to get the siege instantly. Fine. Okay, never mind, he took care of it. Come on, Sweden, you gotta fight better than that. Don't lose. You're not losing, are you? He's losing. Why is he losing? Illegal. 42%? Nope. We have the ability to do inland routes, but we're not sieging anything in this node, unfortunately. And I don't have enough control of the Lubeck node. Poland, or the Papal States just in this war to give us moral support, really. He almost has access. Our subjects to be siege focused. 57? Dang it. Okay, 42% chance for that Gallia to fall. Negative 42 on Livland. Once Livland falls, we can potentially get up to here. I could, and probably should, bring the transports over and try to do a naval invasion just to get a couple more of these occupations. I don't like that we're missing out on prosperity, but it is what it is. We have access to our sell crown then, click 800 gold. And I never did exploit dev. 1200 gold click now. Lovely disease outbreak. Sweden's being aggressive with his navy up there. Wow. Alright, we got a fort. I don't want to go too light on the siege. We'll put like an 18 stack there. Actually, you know what? Screw attrition. I just want to make sure that the army doesn't get, like, focused by any of these big stacks that are out there. But getting that one fort done first is... He's actually, like, really close to piecing out. If it weren't for the ongoing battles. If we establish some blockades on, like, Norway's capital, holding is blockaded. Okay, that's with the blockade's already in place. Missed one stream. How do we have all this force summit? It's a Riga thing from having the mission done down here. Develop our city. Gives you all these modifiers. I'll leave it up for a sec so you can read them. I'm willing to spend resources to fight one country and, like, peace out for money, war reps, all that crap. But I don't really want to do it on two. I think that's going to take too much time and effort. So, like, I'm almost tempted to just white peace Denmark so that we can focus on Bohemia. Actually, Papal State's coming up. He'll start working down Bohemia for us. Alright, I'm not sure. Yeah, that army goes to Lund. The Navy's gonna go over to here. And we're going to start ferrying troops over to this side. Just so that Poland can't take them. Or that works too, I guess. Crap, missed the opportunity to stop Denmark from being able to retreat here. He will get stopped here, though. He is going to be there on the 26th. We can be there on the 29th. That should be an overrun. Or not, unless... Yeah, no, he's already through. Whoops. Weird. So he went to here? And our return province isn't letting us do it. Okay. We are assisting Poland in their siege by having our navy here right now. Is that a good thing? It is kind of a good thing. All I really want is, like, honestly... Wait, no, I can't just take a cede province, right? I do have to force vassalize. Shit. Poland wants all of the land. And his attitude, I believe, is... hostile, not domineering. So he's not going to try to force vassalize. I think he'll just take whatever he's allowed to and then leave the difference. And we'll force vassalize whatever that is. Do we want to have our colonists try to increase development in our one province? 5% chance to gain 1 dev point? I mean, it's pretty bad, but 5% of the time. Let's do some quick math. So, on average, 5% per year of gaining 1 random development, which is worth 109 admin points, or diplo points, mil points, roughly. So for 24 gold, we would gain 0.05 development. 0.05 development times 109 cost is worth 5.5 monarch points. Would you spend 24 ducats to buy 5 admin points, for example? Normally, I would say hell no. But when you have nothing else to spend money on, really, like there's no buildings to build, there's, you know... Whatever, do it. 2 gold, you know, 2 gold a month when we're making plenty. We're only losing because of reinforcement at the moment. We could help this secondary siege with our artillery so that Poland goes away sooner. Growing animosity. They are no longer a historical friend. Sag. Bum bum. Rude. Don't try to kill my galley. Norway. Opportunistic little shit. Develop base stacks or this one. Okay. Get trade power in that node. All of them are, like, not relevant. What to do, you think? Do we have any of them that we can click to just succeed? I think I turned all of the ones that auto-succeed off. All the privileges. We're probably going to get this one automatically just because of these sieges, so we'll do that over there. It's fine. Manpower's nice. Yeah, but I don't want to do clicks. They're too expensive. I'd rather... Like, would you rather have 2 more base manpower in your only province, or would you rather have 2 generals and 2% professionalism? I feel like the professionalism is far more valuable. Excuse me? Why are you doing this again? Okay. Poke this navy out for a sec. And then in 1 day, that'll stop them from being able to go there. And then the next day, we should fight them. Except we're not fighting them? Why not? Excuse me? We are hostile to you. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, what? Excuse me? What you doing? Oh my god. Dude, Gibbous, 1442 Master of Arms. You are really putting Tabes to the test here. I had you in charge because it was a Kadetari stack, but I actually think a 1-4 with 10% combat ability is better than a 2-5. One CD Riga? That's what we are right now, yeah. We only have 1. The sooner Poland wins this siege, the sooner he pieces out. The sooner he pieces out, the sooner I win. The sooner he gets that siege, the sooner that stack goes and helps out with Bohemia. So I think we do want to take whatever artillery we have over here and assist. Just send the artillery with a 2 siege pip leader to here. We'll have Dr. Quacksalver do it since he doesn't have a trait yet. They have a 1 siege pip leader, but we're going to give them an extra. I say there's nothing for us to spend money on, but that's not exactly true. If we have enough subjects, we can build build buildings in subject land. I can say words. Aren't leader pips really good? Yes, they are really good. But okay, so I don't want to go crazy nitty gritty here, but average death inflicted per regiment per day is 15 troops. Base. Modified by all the modifiers, right? Each advantage in the phase that you have increases base casualties by 5. So going from no general to, say, a 5 shock general takes you from 15 base casualties plus 5 shock times 5 casualties is 25. So you're going from 15 base death per day to 40. Going from a 5 shock leader down to a 4 shock leader is going to reduce you from 40 death per day down to 35. And then if you have infantry combat ability, yeah, maybe it is worse. I mean, when you look at it in that way. Tabes just committed seppuku based on that description. Fuck you. You don't want to hire me? You want this Gibbous guy? I kill myself. Oh, that's kind of hilarious if you think about it. Pretty funny. We got Lund. Cool. We can now cross if we want. We are ahead of time on tech and not doing anything. Let's go ahead and get another general. Who wants to lead? 4 to 12 pips. Come on. You can do this. Not Engelbert Slapty back. We want Jason. Jason 7571. Thank you, sir. Boom. Table minimum blackjack. That is 4 pips. I'll give you one more try, Jason. You gotta redeem yourself, though. Prove that you can be just as lucky on the opposite side of the spectrum here. Come on, 12. Alright, we'll keep the better version of you, I guess, but that's... You gotta redeem yourself, I say. And so instead of rolling 4 pips, he rolls 5 pips. Oh, I don't know why I find that so funny. It's funny, though. I find that funny. Do you find that funny? I find that funny. Just paying for the forts because we have good income. It's fine. Alright, so Livland fell. How's Poland's war score? It's got 24. Because the subject's capital is occupied, I'm not allowed to force vassalize him. Not true. I am allowed to, even though I don't have it. I feel like they changed that. I could swear that at one point you had to, if someone else controlled the capital province, you could not force vassalize. I swear that was a thing. Wasn't it? Am I crazy? I'm pretty sure I'm not crazy. I think you're crazy. Go back to protecting trade in the Baltic. Would force vassalizing put you at war with Poland? Yep. Sure would. But we would be the defender, so we'd be able to call Sweden and the Pope in. $50 war score with Denmark. Do we want to take Shelland? 71 war score to take Shelland. I don't think so. Ally fighting Russian rebels. Our ally is up here, unsieging land up that were occupied by the Livonian Order. Unless you're talking about the Pope. Where's the Pope? That's not the Pope. That's our subject. I don't know where the Pope is. I can't find him. I only see a 2-stack. Where is you, Poland? Or Pope? There he is. What the hell are you doing all the way up here? Weird. Bum, 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 bum. Because Denmark's a non-co-belligerent, I really don't think it makes sense to try to take Shelland. Plus, I don't really care too much about this great project, you know? So option A, just take money war-ups, transfer trade, standard things. Option B, transfer these provinces to Sweden and give Sweden some clay so that we gain more favors and trust with Sweden. Because we're nice guys. Sweden's participation is actually really high, so we don't really get a lot out of it. Actually, no, that's not true. We won't get any. We won't get anything out of it if we separate peace Denmark, because the game is stupid. And it only gives you favors when you grant it through the war leader. So that even further incentivizes just, like, piecing out. Yeah, I think we do this. Let's just get them out. Focus in on the thing. The trade, though? Yeah, but money's just money. We don't need money. Why would we need money? No, my ship died. Badge. Guild restrictions on naval supplies. Alright, sure. We do like the traders more than anyone else, so do that. I have access, but I can't cross because the Livonian Order is here. Okay, bring the navy over. Bohemia out. Bohemia is still in the war. They are down here. The problem is, because we didn't get either of the forts, even if I peace out Bohemia right now, we don't actually have enough war score to do the forced vassalization. It's like 80-something war score. So I have to wait for Poland to knock out both Denmark and Bohemia before they will do their deal with the Livonian Order. Which is kind of annoying. But, you know, it's fine. Muscovy just want to wrap their war up with the Great Horde. Back to protecting trade. Hopefully we don't get stopped from marching. We didn't. Cool. Alright, we're gonna march down. Wait. Yeah, that's Poland, not Bohemia. It looks, the flags look so similar. Let's unoccupy Wolgast Forum, since we're nice guys. This army's not doing anything, so I guess we should send it down somewhere. Here, just go like here, 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 here. Go do a thing. Vassalize and kill Poland? We'll see. I mean, again, I can't get 100 war score. I just physically can't. I can get ticking war score up to... I can get another 20 from that. And then I can get some more score from occupying Bohemia and use that against Livonian Order. But I doubt it's going to be enough to actually get him to want to agree. We could get more war score from battles by going to fight this guy. Does sound kind of nice. Go try to bring this army over. I don't want these to spread out anymore. I want them to all just go to one location. Eight mercs. Prague is available for being besieged, so let's do it. Do it to it. Take the stack over there. These guys can spread out now since I see the Bohemian army is engaged. One of these is pure artillery, needs to join. You need to go to Prague. 13 stack left. I do actually want to fight that stack as much as I can, just for war score from battles. And the fact that we do get to be the one to siege down Prague is really nice. That'll be a lot of war score. Maybe we can get enough. Maybe. We'll see. Go here, 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 here. Spread all out. Elevate. No, that's not it. Grant admiralship. Yeah, sure. I don't think our current admiral has any maneuver, so please have maneuver. Nice. And he's actually better at combat, too. Bum-ba-bum. Livonian spy network has outlived its usefulness. True. We don't really need to do that, but I have espionage ideas, so it's fine. Like, we build up spy network quite quickly, and I suppose it would probably make more sense to have them working on things like, Aggressive expansion. We can improve relations with people and stuff. We can do that. Fine. Whatever you prefer, chat. I'll do it. Let's see how much we get out of this occupation. Prague takes us to 91. Okay, so. Yes, in theory, we could force vassalize right now. And become the defender against Poland, who is a tech behind us. They do have 60,000 troops. They would still be the aggressor in the war. But they did call the Lithuanians in. So we would actually be fighting Poland and Lithuania. But they'd also... Would they still... Would Bohemia and Denmark still be in the war or not? Yes? Question mark? I think? That's hilarious. So, like, we just fought them, and then they get to help us? Because, again, you're not supposed to be able to do this when you don't have control of their capital. But for some reason, like, you can now. I don't know why. So that's cool. I really don't know why you can do it. Doesn't make any sense. Alright, game's running like crap. I'm gonna reload the save real quick, and let's think about it. Do it for science. I mean, I'm fairly certain we could beat Poland. Especially if Bohemia and Denmark stay in the war. And again, because we will be the overlord, we will be able to call Sweden and the Pope in too, so it would be the Pope plus Sweden plus Denmark plus Bohemia plus us plus the Livonians, all against Poland and Lithuania. Pretty sure it would call in the Emperor too? No, the Emperor only defends when a prince is attacked, and the Livonian Order is not a prince. Right? Or am I wrong? Actually, I'm trying to remember, and I do remember something where we were able to call Austria in against the Ottomans. It was like when we were playing as Serbia or Albania or something, and we joined the Empire. Maybe that is true. What was the circumstance where we were able to do that? No, I remember what it was. It was because we were playing as like Albania or Serbia, and we joined the HRE. So we were a prince, and then we had a spy network on the Ottomans, and they telegraphed that they were about to attack, so we went way over our relationship limit. And he still attacked us, and then Austria was defending a prince, and they got to call their allies in too, so it ended up being like a crusade. It was ridiculous. I think that's the circumstance. I'm pretty sure Austria won't come in. Usually, the trigger for Austria to join a war is usually the same as a proclaimed guarantee or a warning. It's a one-time call. Same thing with, like, Defender of the Faith. Like, if I'm at war with one Catholic, and that Catholic gets attacked by a heathen, obviously I can't get the call to arms from Defender of the Faith. So I don't lose Defender of the Faith. But then when I end my war with that Catholic country, there is no secondary, like, call. They can't call in the defender after the fact. It's a one-time thing. So, alright, one sec. Be right back. Alright, hey, I'm back. Oh, I never got the Lubeck one done, shoot. And the fleet. Protect trade in Lubeck. Hopefully that'll get us to 40. Do we want to take any land from the Livonian Order?
It's over 9,000!
I do have claims on some of it. I can demand Wenden and Mitau if I wanted to. And because we actually did declare conquest, it would reduce the Diplo points that we spend. So like if we take those two and then force vassalize, it's 51 Diplo points versus this. I do have like a lot of monarch points right now. Or 11 years of time on tech. I have 700 military points. I can just dump it all into generals, but it would also be kind of nice to have some more force limit by actually having another province or two. We could just like take it and then when we get a better province, give it back to the Livonian Order, maybe. How do we amass such a big fleet? Same way that we got the land force limit. We built it, and we've got a plus 25 flat thing. Also, they buffed trade leagues. I actually forgot about that. I do remember seeing that in the patch notes. The trade league leader actually gets naval supply, or naval force limit per member of the league now. Two naval force limit per league member. Interesting, that might actually be an argument to make this stupid trading cities. Reval, maybe. Downside to taking Wenden is that we would lose our prosperity. But I've mentioned before how that's not super relevant. I'll just take Mitau. I would just like to have one more province at least. We'll take Mitau from him for now. So you want to go Mitau plus force vassalize plus give monies. And this will be an interesting circumstance. We're over the relationship limit, apparently. By 1. We have been this whole time. We're gonna go over by another, but these missions owned by Riga just need to have both. Enables decisions which can revoke the Livonian Confederacy from the Livonian Order as long as they're a loyal subject. Like eventually we end up getting free relationship slots, but I think it's way down here. Yeah. That's okay though. Alright, let's do it. Boom. We are in control. Subjects war joined. Bohemia, Denmark. All of our subjects, plus Norway, plus Ragusa, plus Serbia, Wolgast. And we can still call in the Pope and Sweden, as expected. You ever wonder why calling people in doesn't actually take a diplomat? Seems like such an arbitrary thing. Like, everything in this list, for the most part, requires a diplomat, but calls to arms don't. What's up with that? Weird. How did we do it, you know? Gain stability. Cool. End the Confederacy. We can just do it already? That's nice. So the Livonian Order has been busy revoking their privileges. Cool. We gain another 10 development in Riga. We get the integration of the Livonian Order for 25 years, giving more advisor costs, an extra advisor, plus possible 1 advisors, and reduces liberty desire from subject development by 1. Okay. Now I kind of want to get to 60. Should we do 5 dev clicks right now? I think we should. I mean, we could just dump 500 military points into that, go to 50, then do the click, go to 60, and then expand administration again. Or sorry, infrastructure again. Seems perfectly reasonable. Barely an inconvenience. Super expensive, but who gives a shit, right? Also, I still don't have a level 3 center trade. Whoopsie. Expand that infrastructure. Look at all the little houses. And the man. The giant. He's massive. Look at the size of those trees compared to the village. It's a massive tree. Jeez. We could actually make a trading city. Now to think about it. Then I don't have to pay admin points. And I gain 2 naval force limit, apparently. Should we try it? I'm gonna give Paradox the benefit of the doubt. that maybe they've improved it so that all of our other trade league members won't just leave as I start building these. Shit province to waste one of the 5? Why? Oh, I see what you mean. Shit province for us to have. Well, if I wanted to have it myself, it would be a temporary thing. I would core it, and then we would dev push the shit out of it, and then when we get a better province available, we would give it to the Livonian Order. So it would be a temporary thing. Is that the best place to make one in this node? So the advantages to having another trade league member, let's talk about them again. We get 2 naval force limit. We get another 5% trade league member trade steering modifier. We get half of their trade power. And their trade power is mostly going to be coming from the merchant present +2 and the home node modifier +5. Main trade city and area +5. So we're going to get, out of that 6 development province, they're going to have 7 flat trade power, plus whatever the trade power of the province is in this node. So they're going to have like 8. So we're going to get 4 of it. Not a big deal, right? Logically, we should give them the centers of trade, right? Well, not really, because if my subject has the center of trade, my actual subject, not the league city dude or whatever, then I can just divert trade and get all of it. I can have 100% of the trade power. So it makes more sense for me to have it. I think that it's fine to make a trade city out of a province that doesn't have the estuary. You know? I should click the button. What do you want to call it? Derp? Derp derp? Derpity derp? Let's try. That's not a good name for a country. Call it Rigant. I love it. Rigant. Can we do apostrophes? Yes. Rigant. Why would we... Should there be an apostrophe? Rigant. That's funny. Rigant. Rigant created. Your new client state has been formed. We can change this map color and crap. I don't care. They can have whatever they want. You exist, Rigant. Rigant. Alright, so they are automatically part of our trade league. We should see this go up next month, if it's not already done. Gain 50 prestige that we don't need, or 50 admin. We'll take the admin since we're doing an administrative idea group. We've just gained conquest against Rigant. Okay, you're not allowed to have any friends, derp. Yep, there's the extra 5%. Naval force limit should have gone up by 2 as well. Cool. We still have too many relations. It's costing us a lot. That's fine. Livonian Order's kind of mad. It's fine. We still need to do this mission, punish the Teutonic Order. And then all we have to do is get all provinces in the entire Baltic region owned by us. Which is this area. So basically just restore the Teutons. So we're at war with Poland, which is great, because we need to restore the Teutons. And Bohemia is going to help us out, in theory, with their 8 troops. So will Denmark. So will everyone else. And as expected, Austria is not involved. Yeah, I didn't think they would be. Alright, I want my army to march to the capital. Just straight to the cap. Well, one province adjacent to the capital so that I can decide if I want to unblock flag or not. We'll go to, like, Mel for now. Okay. We've got plenty of time for the Livonian Order to get happy. They currently have loans, 3 loans, and they're in debt, so they're going to take more loans. We can just pay the money back to get them loyal quicker. Seems reasonable. We also don't need to be diverting trade from him, but I kind of like to, so that's fine too. Let's switch over to improve relations from the inland route dude. Start improving with that guy. We've been rivaled by Venice. Fair enough. Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bow. Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bow. Blitz Lithuania since they're techs behind. They're on tech 5, Poland's on tech 6. We've got 10 artillery. There are a couple forts in our node that we can siege. There's Königsberg and Tuchola that are part of this trade node, so if we wanted to, in a year now, if I get a little bit more trade power here, I could switch to inland routes. We only have 10 artillery, We might want to get a few more. 3% shy, unfortunately, from getting this thing done. It's annoying. Grab our primary stack and have them go there. So have these guys stay here for a sec. I'm not wanting to suffer this attrition if I can avoid it. Okay, we can pick off an army. Poland still has these occupations, which is kind of annoying. They also have the ticking war score because they control Goldingen, so we should unsiege that. Have one of the armies go up to there. I think we unsiege Livland first. Let's grab some of the galleys, just blockade Livland. We don't get unblock flagged in our subjects land unless it's controlled by them. So we gotta go up to there, and then double back this way. So we can go like that. We do get military access automatically through trade cities, or no? I don't think we do. That's a little bit annoying. Crap, because we unblock flagged here, we're stuck in the zone of control of Livland. Perfect. Kind of annoying that you don't get free military access through your trading cities. Weak. Spy network on Poland? Yes, thank you. We do want a spy network on both Poland and on Lithuania. And we should switch whichever merchant is here to espionage. Does that apply to Lithuania as well? It does not. So we're going to move a merchant. Let's move the merchant from the Baltic to Kiev for this war. So that we can get spy network modifier on Lithuania as well. Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bam bow. Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum. Nice wall breach. Get started on this next siege. Muscovy's finally gonna go after Novgorod. I guess Lithuania doesn't want to defend. Oh, what if Lithuania does defend? Oh. Oh, dude, you're gonna get wrecked. Lithuania is not besieged at all. They have, like, their entire army. I bet they do defend. And then Muscovy's gonna come murder them. It's gonna be wonderful. Vassalization acceptance plus 15, monthly favor growth modifier plus 33, rebel support efficiency plus 100, and spy action cost modifier minus 20%. Ooh-wee. It's a lot of things and stuff. Look back Livland, even more admin points, cool. Okay, we'll leave just the siege stack behind, have this other army go to here. There was another wall breach, nice. Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. How does the war balance look, I wonder? Oh shit. They are freaking screwed. I thought Poland had like 60,000 troops. What happened? They're down to 45. Dude. Dude. Korbaskov staring at the rebel stack. Yeah? That is funny. Occupied a year ago, okay. Yeah, poor dude. Alright, so looks like Muscovy is fighting Lithuania. Dude, get wrecked. Miltech 6 Muscovy versus Miltech 5 Lithuania. Novgorod is on Tech 7, but we only have 23k troops. We have War Against Heresy against Novgorod. Seed province, anyone? What if we were to go and attack Novgorod and this navy should join the primary navy. Novgorod does have some good provinces. Yeah, this modifier, this blah. I can't say words anymore. I'm getting tired. How long have I been streaming? 3 hours. Yep, see, I only have the endurance these days for like 3 hours, and I start to get tired. Remember when I used to go like 12 hours a day? Crazy. Crazy, man. Monthly reform progress growth is really good. Institution spread is pretty good too. It's mostly the reform progress growth, I think. There's 13 tiers of government reforms for theocracies, so any source of reform progress growth is good. And cleansing the heresy does allow for conquest, so we could either take the province for ourselves and then just have another province, or we could take the province just so that we could release Novgorod as a subject. But the way I'm envisioning my map looking in the future is we're going to have 5 little provinces in Europe just dotted around, and then we're going to have the oldest system I used to use long time ago. Remember? I used to have a subject, you know, the March of the North and the March of the East. It's more of a world conquest playstyle thing where you have like one big subject per region or per control culture group. So I'm kind of envisioning the Livonian Order, because they don't cost a relationship slot for us in the future, they should definitely be a big dude. And I feel like it'd make more sense maybe to just feed the Novgorod territory to the Livonian Order instead of creating a new vassal here. Because we're already over the relationship limit by 2, you know? So if we vassalize Novgorod, we have 3. We'd be over by 3. It's a lot. We're about to pick up domestic trade power plus 25, another merchant. Are we planning which 5? We haven't really, like, talked about it much. We kind of acknowledge that probably it's good to take provinces that have monuments. Probably it's good to take provinces in different trade nodes so that we can have extra trade power. Probably it's good so that we have coastal provinces for naval force limit. But like, what is the reason to take expansion? Because we're going to stay 5 province Riga, and therefore the only real options we have to gain territory outside of Europe, if we don't want to like just have vassals in Europe, which we do, we want clay ourselves in Africa, Asia, and the New World. So we removed the march status on Ragusa. We're going to scootage him now. Can't do it because we're at war. We're going to integrate Ragusa as soon as we're allowed to, which is coming up in 85, 3 years. And that'll give us coring range in North Africa. And that's why we're going expansion. We're going to start colonizing in Africa. For what are they called? Trade companies. Trade companies give us a lot of naval force limit too. Bhutan will also be a free vassal, yes, at the bottom of these missions. All we have to do is create the Teutonic Order. Actually, no. Huh. Okay, so we just have to own the province, 2 provinces. I don't even have to, they don't have to exist. We miss out on the potential extra relationship slot, though. Makes more sense to create them, yeah? We won't still have subjugation if we have the Teutonic Order as subject. Okay, yeah, so if we conquest it and then release it as the Teutonic Order, we can recreate them, and then there'll be a free relationship too. And we're gonna probably do that in this war, honestly. Like, we're fighting Poland right now. So we just need to get Livonian Order's loyalty to less than 10%, and then we have to conquer all of this. I doubt we can take all of this in this war, though. The aggressive expansion for taking land from Lithuania, a non-co-belligerent, would be really high. There is no longer a valid rival, as expected. Let's march on Lithuania's capital. Let's get these armies to go do stuff and things. It's a shame we weren't able to like rival Poland before the war, though. I think my goal should be to white peace Lithuania so that we have a very short truce, and then in 5 years we can come back and attack when he's a primary belligerent, co-belligerent. Makes sense to me. These armies are not listening. They were supposed to go to Kovno. I told you to go to Kovno. Aren't you going there? I would like to go up to 12 artillery. Is that army coming to fight us? They actually are, believe it or not. They're going to be there soon. Battle on the when? 30th. We are not fast enough to retreat. So we're going to see how our troops shake out against the Lithuanian army on Tech 5. We've got our Master at Arms 144 commander. We're in Woods, which is the same terrain type as our capital, so we have +1 bonus from the age. So that offsets the terrain penalty. No river crossing. They have a 4-2-3. So we have shock advantage, fire disadvantage. That's what you want in the early game. We also have 4 cav. Our army's very narrow, though, so that is not great. We rolled an 8 versus their 5 in the shock phase. Ooh-wee. We've already routed some of the troops in the center. Most likely we have our golden era and they do not. We're allowed to retreat, but it looks like we are winning. Although we're taking losses on our artillery, which is not ideal. Only 153, though. Okay, notice how we immediately got an extra siege roll. We gained 21% siege status, because when you win a battle while doing a siege, you automatically get an extra phase. Although the phases are already kind of ridiculously quick, 21 days. Oh, nuts. We have 13,000 manpower. There's the Pope doing his thing. He's got some siege pips. Looks like we're mostly just cleaning up the occupations that the Polish managed to get earlier. Things have turned very harshly on the Polish here. I'm gonna get 2 more artillery, since we've got more land force limit, now that we have more subjects. 11 ships queued up here, though. Let's get those there. Nice, Livonian Order is loyal. Does anyone know, if we make the Livonian Order into a march instead of into a vassal, will we still get the free relationship slot from the mission, or is it contingent upon them being a vassal, specifically? Because we're not a monarchy, so we have very low vassal income. Like, we really don't benefit much from vassals compared to marches, and marches are just strictly better if you don't plan to integrate the land, and in our circumstance, we definitely don't plan to integrate the land. Lithuania out. Yeah, they should white peace now. Or Poland down to 36k troops now. Look at this. 105,000 infantry, 22,000 cavalry. We have almost as much cavalry as his entire infantry pool. And that's with, like, Bohemia having to rebuild. He's probably also in debt. Poland just took Poznan? Really? How did he... why did Bohemia not want to be in the war? Maybe he occupied a fort or something and I didn't see it. I don't know. It's weird, though. Bum 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 bum. We will keep on spying on Mr. Lithuania. We'll also spy on Novgorod and turn this one over to this. Since we're done spying on the Lithuania, like, I don't need to do it quickly anymore. Let's move the guy back from Kiev to our primary node for more money, more income. 10% increased trade income from the node. We can take tech and gain innovativeness. Let's check and see if they are still lying about this. We're at 17.1. It says we're going to gain 2, but I don't think we do. 17.1. Game lies. Ideas don't give it to you. Dumb. Very dumb. Oh, Bohemia took the province. I can't read. I'm bad. I mean, I'm a new player, so you gotta give me some slack, guys. I'm doing the best I can, alright? I only just got the game last week. Reading is hard, okay? I don't know what to tell you. What do you want? Alright, we got another fort down here, yes or no? We have Podolia. Go down there. Well, it still does have 32,000 troops. I only see 14 of them, though. I'm guessing the others are, like, stranded at really weird locations. There's a decent amount of them. But I don't want to fight you. Seems like that's kind of rude. Not a great fight. We've won the Siege of Plock. Yay. Wait for the other armies to group up, and then we'll march on to Tuchola. With that stack. We get Danzig back. Bum-ba-bum. Is it Poland or Hungary that's killing Moldavia? Oh, thank God, he finally died. We did just lose 20% advisor costs, so our economic situation is going to change a bit, but this guy's got way more monarch points. In 1 year, we can revoke estate statutory rights again. So we want to keep the clergy happy. We do still want papal influence whenever we can. Let's check to see if we can offer an indulgence. We can offer 2. 1 to Sweden. We'll take the papal protege then. Oh God. I hate theocracies. Please, someone find a balcony for this kid. This kid that's 35 years old. That'll do our mission. We've sold 5 indulgences, ooh-ee. Now what? Have at least 20 mercenaries while not running a deficit. Gets us a temporary modifier and reduces the army professionalism cost for recruiting mercs by 50%. Gain 10% professionalism. Get trade income ratio to 50%. Actually really close. What can I do? I don't have access to more mercs. I hired them all. I can't get 20. Catch. Can you make him into a general and drown him? Nope. Theocracies just suck, okay? There's no option. There's no way to interact. It's just complete RNGesus. And it sucks. Alright, we have any other forts? Looks like not really. Just that one, and I've already got some artillery up there, so probably doesn't make sense to try to send this whole army all the way up there just for that. We'll just carpet siege a bit. +3 Babby the First is tech cost -5 guy, but liberty, desire, and subjects +5. Not great. Why you squirrel on theocracies? This is why I just don't play theocracies, typically. Just don't like them, but we're a theocratic, we're a theocracy that's not really a theocracy. We're a plutocracy. We're a plutocracy that's a theocracy, if you know what I mean. Okay, so this is a conquest war, but the provinces still cost us diplo points. So what if we just take what we need to create the Teutonic Order and turn this mission in? And then, like, I don't even think I can afford to take all this in one war, can I? Actually, I can. Crap. Well, how much AE is it, though? Not enough to create a coalition? Look at all these diplo points. I hate spending diplo points. Okay, second mission requires us to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's what I've got marked? Yes. I need those. And then we can do the next one. Okay, fine. Fine. I can't believe I've got to pay diplo points. Also, money? Do we want more money? We should probably get money. I like money. Yuck. 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 Alright, we're going to continue to just pretend like the force limit or the relationship limit doesn't exist. Ugh. So far over the relationship limit. We're over by 3. Gross. Current ruler, Friedrich I, will die. That is the Teutonic Order's dude. That's sad. He was just born. Add Riga as historical friend. And we gain 25 prestige. Okay. Well, let's placate whoever's disloyal a little bit, like the Livonians, just so we're not wasting this. How's it going? Got a 146 now. 8. Give me your trade power. Alright, so all we need now is those provinces. Shit. Shit. Chat. Shit. I made a mistake. Rigant can't exist. What is Rigant? We created a trading city. So we gotta kick him out of the trade league and attack him. But I can't. So... what do I do here? Isn't it fine since they're subject? No. They're not a subject, they're independent. Look. They're in the league, so they have that color, but they are independent. Wait. There's no stab cost, just attack them. No, that's not true, I can't. It lies. Okay. You may not declare war on a country in your trade league. Exit the league first. You can't just, like, exit the trade league when you're the league leader. The only way that the league goes away is if you have no members, and I can't kick this one out. I don't know how I can get this land back. Jesus. Give him a second province. Does he has no allies. So I can't get to war with him by attacking his ally. We're playing on Iron Man. How can I get him a second province? Can I ally him? Okay, I can ally him. He desires land. Okay. But I'm pretty sure you can't sell provinces to him because I don't think that they would accept because they're a trading city, right? Yeah, is trading city, they have 1,000. So I can't seize Goldingen and then sell it to him. Okay, when you leave a league, there is no truce. So, I think the play, if it'll let me, is when we go to war with Lithuania, we'll ally Rigant. Because they want the land, we can call them in on a promise of territory. And then, in theory, it says they want the land. I should be able to give it to him, but there still might be a, like, does not want the land thing. You know how, like, sometimes you call a free city in the Empire into a war on promised territory, and then they, like, get mad at you for not giving them land, but then they don't want land? I'm really worried that they're going to have the same modifier that free cities have. Crap. This isn't a 1444 situation, right? Like, I don't have to start over because I can't complete the mission. Damn it! That's such bullshit. This is such bullshit. If you take Lithuania to 100%, won't it force him to take it? No, because... Okay, I think I know what you're trying to think of. So, where we're gonna get blocked, if it does the same thing that it does with free cities, he'll say he wants it. He's marked it as vital interest. But then when you go to, like, if I transfer the province to him, then when I go to click it, it'll just be grayed out, and they won't let me give it to him because they don't want it. With the 100% forced peace deal thing, you're thinking of, like, if you get Lithuania to 100%, you can surrender to Lithuania, and they have to do whatever you say. But that doesn't allow you to force a secondary or third party to take land, you know? Feed him to Lithuania? Oh, I see. Okay, so you want me. That won't work either. The only circumstance where I could force Lithuania to eat Mitau would be if Mitau were occupied by Lithuania. And I can't guarantee that Lithuania will occupy that. I'd have to ally Riga, call them into the war, and hope that Lithuania sieges it. Wouldn't losing a war solve it? Give his land. You can't give land that's not owned by you away unless it's occupied. That's why, like, when we were considering how to isolate Bohemia from Lithuania, Livonian Order, we had to... it's similar. Remember how we were looking to have Poland occupy this land, and then we were going to surrender to Poland and give away Bohemia's land, but we had to wait for the occupations to happen? Support rebels? There probably aren't rebels, because it's created through the same basic system as client states. The core immediately gets created when you create the trading city. They do have unrest. Maybe. I am noticing that Livonian Order does still have a core, but they're Waldensian heretics. We can try. That's like maybe the most possible thing that I've seen so far. Wow, we have a lot of valid rivals now. Unravel Novgorod. Okay. I feel like we're at a pretty... Wait, why do I have Memel? I don't want Memel. You can... Yeah, you can't create another one. Yeah, that's fine. I guess he never had a core on it, or he lost his core? Do I want Memel? I don't want Memel. We're doing an Ab and ID group now. I think we give it to, let's give it to the Teutonic Order. That's your problem, buddy. Surely there must be some way to kick them out. I mean, we can keep spitballing, but it literally says that trading cities can't be kicked from the Trade League, so... okay, here's an option. We could collapse the Trade League by going to negative prestige. I'm pretty sure the trigger's either 0 or negative 50. It happens sometimes to Venice and Genoa. You get the pop-up that says the Trade League collapse or whatever, you know. Okay, so how do we lose prestige on purpose? We can't eat babies. I guess we could surrender to a whole bunch of one province miners with concede defeat after getting them to 100% war score, forcing them to accept whatever we send them, and then we tell them to make us concede defeat a lot. Placate? Placate won't let us go below negative 20 at most. And I think the trigger... Someone will have to check it. I think the trigger is negative 50. Yeah, Protestant. Switching Protestant. Use 100 prestige. That'll do it. Okay, yeah. So we can placate, placate, placate. Switch to Protestant. Done. Okay. I'm gonna scootage Ragusa. Okay, we got a game plan. So that's probably guaranteed to work. But let's try this espionage thing. Maybe we can support rebels for Livonian Order separatists. Because we do have, we have espionage ideas. So we're actually pretty good at support rebels, right? We've got plus 100% rebel support efficiency. Whatever the hell that means, you know? It can go to negative if used from positive. I'm well aware. That's why I said we can't go below negative 20 at best. If you use it at like 0.01 prestige, you can go to negative 20, but you can't go below negative 20. You know what I'm saying? Would be swell if we get access to some more merc, or yeah, some more merc companies for that other mission. Have you guys drill and you guys drill. Will switching religions screw up the missions? Perhaps. I don't know. That's actually a great question for us to ask Budgetmonk because he switched to Orthodox, so he might know. One of our missions says Protestant needs to be enabled and all of the following must be true. Needs to be... All of the following must be true. Is in the Christian religion group and the religion is not Catholic. All of the following must be true. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, like, worst case scenario, we can't turn this in. Who cares? Like, who cares about these two? We're definitely not staying Catholic, because we want to see if we can get the, cleansing the... I mean, we know we can get cleansing the heresy against other heresies, because Budgetmonk did it. Right? I would rather not lose a diplomat, please. Support Florentine School. Well, I don't actually want prestige, apparently, so no. I'm not gonna support no Florentines. They're dumb. Dummy heads. Alright, I'm gonna just play until we have enough to check out this click, and then I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today. We need 24 spy network. We're getting 2.17 per month in Rigant. Trade favors is fine. You derps can have my money, I don't care. Although, all you lose if you say no is 10 opinion. But it's fine. What am I gonna spend the money on? What do I look like? Some kind of rich guy? I'm gonna click this button now, I think. Click. 1,300 money. Boom. Thanks. Radar Center. Switch twice, Protestant, and then back to Catholic. Why? Why do that? Crap, I just missed out on money because we could have had another 10% national tax modifier. Darn it. Dag nabbit. We're able to integrate Ragusa real soon. In February of 85, so a little bit over a year. We're gonna probably want to run the integration thing so we don't lose Diplo rep. Although, can't we also just do this? Or did they get rid of that? This used to, I think, give... It would remove the penalty from integrating subjects from Diplo rep, but I don't see it in the list now. Prove Ragusa, do they not like us? Why don't they like us? What's wrong with them? They should just, like us, you know? Since we did do some AE, let's go ahead and run Improve Relations now. In some of these locations. Got room for some more troops. Our navy is costing 3.34 gold a month. Because we're over. Threatened war. You can't threaten war for a capital province. You can only threaten war for claims on... You have to have a claim or a core, and it can't be a capital. So no, that won't work either. I'll show you it. You go here... They have no unoccupied provinces that are cores or claims of ours that we can take, that we can make cores, and that aren't their capital. I do want to do this, like, potential war with Novgorod, so I'm kind of hesitant to, oh, we can actually reset our truce with Lithuania if we wanted to right now, but he'd still be non-co-belligerent. Better to just wait 5 years. Or wait for Lithuania to not defend Novgorod, which will be very soon. -8 reasons. Alright, this is definitely a good wrapping up point for the day. So let's get our spy network to 24, and take a look at this, oh my god, he's succeeded! Xaver, Blumberg, increased our development. Base tax went up by +1, wow. So we burned it and then it came back, neat. Well done, sir. Go back to 60 for expanded infrastructure. You don't lose the expanded infrastructure when you fall below the requirement. The requirement is 15 development per click, allows you to expand it. Once you've done it, the only way it goes back is if you reduce it. We still have it, had it active even at 59. Alright, that's 24. Oh, rebels! Damn. No, no dudes. I'm gonna do it anyway. Screw you, asshole. I'm gonna keep spying on him so we can just do it over and over again every time it comes up cooldown. Stupid bastard. Okay, looks like we have to do the prestige thing then. And we're waiting on Reform Desire to be above 95% so that Protestant can spawn. So, soon-ish? Next month? What's next month? Alright, well, it was a little frustrating that we're going to be blocked and we're wasting 2 Diplo points a month. 3, actually, for being over the relationship limit, because I can't turn this mission in. I mean, I have to wait for the war with Lithuania first, but, like... See how it's, like, vague? There's a little tiny highlighter on that province, too. That shows that we don't currently control it, and we need it. It's just... Damn it. Oh no, you need to not be Defender of the Faith? Shit, that's true. We can't switch to Protestant if we're Defender of the Faith. Damn it! Okay, everything's going wrong. Alright, we'll figure it out tomorrow, damn it. Let's, I'm gonna go see if Budgetmonk's streaming still. And we'll send you over to him since he's probably still playing this, if he is. Is he currently doing it? Budget. I don't see that he's live. Taking the day off? Alright. Man, Shen plays all kinds of different games. He bounces around between CK3, EU4, Victoria 3. Like, he's always playing all kinds of stuff. The Three Mountains. Poimu is playing The Three Mountains. That seems like a reasonable thing to send you to. You guys don't remember, Poimu is the guy who was playing the kobolds or whatever in the multiplayer campaign. Alright, let's prep the raid. Go be nice. Let's see how his World Conquest is going. I want to see what kind of madman actually wants to do the Three Mountains in the current patch. Like, gosh. We gotta figure out how to lose Defender of the Faith now, too. If we bring Rigant into a war, you can transfer their trade power and it'll kick them out that way. Perhaps. We'll have to spitball ideas again tomorrow. All right, have a great night, guys. I'll see you in his chat for a while. See you soon.
That's what we call him now? Yeah, that's what we call him now. Losing face? I'm definitely not losing a